Hello. Ooh, I don't know if I can hear myself. That's super weird. Oh, I can. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Die Party Whiskers and Whiskey, a mouse guard experience that I'm doing with some people of notable interest over the landscape that is known as the internet. Um, We're in week number 3, I believe. Let's go around and introduce everyone who'll be playing today. First up, we have Mr. Mythmatic himself. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play with who am I? Chester Templeton, and ready to go in and screw stuff up. And when I say stuff, I mean everybody in the party's plans, because I'll probably do not the expected.
I mean, that's kind of what role-playing games are for.
Right? Exactly.
If your biggest problem is that everyone else in the party gets angry when you do things like eat a wad of bread,
Exactly.
there ain't no
Doing it
hope.
right.
Ain't no
Exactly.
hope. Nice. What have you been up to, man? What's your last week look like?
Last week was a lot of streaming. And I've got like this cool new schedule this past month and then the month coming up. I do like an early morning around 10 Central Standard Time to about 4 or 5, which is nice. That early, just wake up stream, which gives me good enough energy to like do a full thing. And then I have the evenings with my girlfriend, which is really cool. So that's what I've been doing all week. It was a lot of fun. Did a lot of role play and also played some Albion Online. And excited.
Wait, is that the city builder MMO?
Not a city builder. It's a top-down kind of like Diablo or Torchlight like camera angle, that like isometric camera angle, and it's cross-platform. So the graphics are pretty simple, and that is because it's gonna be cross-platform between mobile tablet, a mobile tablet, and Xbox and such, as well as PC. So
I think I remember watching someone play this like almost a year ago.
Yeah. They're finally launching in July. So the beta, you can pay into the beta now, or you can wait till the launch in July. So starting a guild on that, so I'm pretty excited.
Nice. Okay. Cool. And let's go on over to our next player, Miss Kika. How you been?
I've been pretty good. I am going to be playing a Luthium Tuft this week, as per every week, and hope we have a good time.
Till you die.
What?
In game. Till you die in game. Playing Luthium.
Luthium can't die.
It's impossible to die in a Die Party
She's
game.
too precious.
Impossible.
So how's your last week been? What have you been up to?
Pretty good. Pretty busy. A lot of schoolwork. I've actually done more work than usual. I've started streaming Final Fantasy IX and voice acting every single character in the game, which the first stretch of that game is a lot. It's very dialogue heavy. So that first stint really did a number on my voice, but I'm recovered now.
And so, can I ask why? Because that is grueling. I've done that before with like Baldur's Gate and shit like that, and I'm just like, fuck that. Like seriously, that's some. It's not. So from what I understand about voice acting, and Myth, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong here,
Sure.
but like it's not a marathon. It's not like you have to sit down and do like just hundreds of thousands of lines, especially for multiple characters. Like, is it wrong to do something that's so extensive like that? I mean, like, especially when it comes to doing something like with voice.
It's not wrong. It's not bad. I just need to be careful to not overtax my voice. And when I'm used to doing it, I can go for about 5 hours, 6 hours straight, but I just need to ease back into it.
It's like it's like overworking any muscle. I mean,
yeah.
It's just you want to have a hard workout day, and then the next couple days be like, oh god, I shouldn't have done anything, or try to rest it, or you can get doing it again. So if you do it again and again and again, 6 hours of voicing those characters over and over, that'll probably get taxing on your voice. But it's like working out any muscle. It could be hard,
but yeah, I've found that I can build up a bit of an endurance for it. And I also need to be smart about what voices I give characters. I can't just give every character like, everything's dark and evil. I can't give every character like a voice like that, but
Yeah, I just sort of rely on my own voice, which is an awful voice, I might add. I don't know if you've heard me before, but I have a pretty terrible voice. So when I'm doing things like the last one I did it for was Tyranny.
Oh, cool.
And I just sit there and just be like, blah, 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 blah. And then the next person would come along and I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And the next person would come along, blah, 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 blah. They all have the same voice, you know? Like, for me, everyone sounds the same. They all sound like me.
you could give people different accents.
Nah.
You could change the tenor and tone.
You could switch up your candor.
Nah.
Yeah. You could change your candor if we're talking candidly.
Oh, shit. Speaking about candidly, let's
It's
move
so
over
fun.
to our GM, the one
Speaking
and
of
only
cans.
Mr.
of
Eric
cans.
Vulgaris, who, recently saved an entire village of hungry children with his sandwich making artiste.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, Henley.
Hey.
Sub chat. Sub players. I'm your game master today. I will be doing the old mouse guard stuff for y'all. I'm excited to be back. I love mouse guard. I can't get enough of it, frankly. If I could just mainline it, just be great. So this week saw a bunch of movies, worked a whole bunch, way more than I expected to. And now I'm excited to just spend my Sunday evening wrapping up with a nightcap in it with some mouse guard. So
Aw,
welcome. And you fine folk.
nice. So, like, I have a confession to make. I read the very first volume of Mouse Guard since we played last, and distinctly familiar to the last mission that we went on, down to
Mission and a half.
everything.
The tutorial mission.
The
it's
tutorial
essentially
mission is
the
like,
tutorial.
yeah, and I'm wondering, Mr. Eric Vulgaris, internet famous Eric Vulgaris, whether or not this is going to be a continuation, or are we swapping it out?
No. Oh, absolutely, dude. We are off that now.
Nice.
You guys are back.
Okay.
You are getting. Yeah, don't worry. We are. That's just a really good, easy mission to get started with and set the stakes. And you guys are doing great. So, I'm getting you guys on that on ramp to the Mouse Guard Highway. So.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
So before we get started, guys, I wanted to inform you all that as of yesterday, we put out a recording for the next Night Party game to take over Night City, which is our Cyberpunk 2020 game, which ends tomorrow. We're going to have a World of Darkness game take its place. So we sat down with Tuxedomus, Tuesday Grey, Dr. Wreckage, and Sputnik to elaborate on the 3 World of Darkness modules that we're picking from. If you want to go and check that out, because here's the thing. If you're a part of this community, be that a watcher, a subscriber, or a Patreon, you will get votes. If you're all 3, you get 3 votes. And if you're just, someone who enjoys the content with your eyeballs or ear holes, you would get just the 1. But you get to decide or put your vote forward as to which game we will be playing. It's a mix-up between Vampire the Masquerade Anarchs, Demon the Fallen, or Hunter the Reckoning. So you should definitely go check that out, put your vote in and all that sort of stuff. You can find the VOD as well as the links to vote in their respective places if you're a sub or a Patreon. So definitely go check that out and give us a vote for whatever you like. So with that out of the way, Mr. Eric, take it away.
Yeah. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mouse Guard. We start every mission with the previously on Whiskers and Whiskey. This is a mechanical part of the game. Whoever wants to do the recap actually is able to recover a condition or recover a point of spent nature. Remember, you lose your nature a little bit every time you use this skill when it's not supposed to.
Okay. Quick
So you have
question
the option of
before
healing that or that. What's up,
Quick
my dude?
question. What is it? How hard is it to remove conditions in this game?
Yeah. So there's a couple ways to remove conditions in this game. The first way is the easiest way, and that's by when it's the player's turn. You know how there's two parts of the game: the GM turn and the player's turn. When it's the player's turn, you can spend one of your player checks to go ahead and narrate the method you want to recover your conditions in. So if you're hungry and thirsty and tired, yeah, you have to spend a resource in order to recover.
Right.
So if you're hungry and thirsty and tired, you have to recover hungry and thirsty first. No.
Okay.
Nope, they're persistent.
Okay. With that in mind, then
hold on, I'm not done yet.
Ooh,
That's the first way. That's the first way. The second way is by doing the narrating on the previously on, right? The prologue part, and then the third part is you can actually is the trickier part. You can actually force a recovery in the GM turn if you spend 2 players' checks to do it. Do you remember how to earn checks? Do we all remember how to earn checks?
Using a trait negatively.
Yep, that's one way, and the other way would be to use a trait to break a tie in your opponent's favor.
Okay, that's interesting. So anytime you put yourself at a disadvantage, really, mechanically,
you earn
get a
checks for the player's turn.
And but you said we can do that during the GM's turn?
You can spend 2 player checks for the player's turn and the GM's turn to be to allow yourself to do like you would in a player's turn and get a recovery.
And you can only do 1 recovery if you do that for 2?
Yeah, on the you can only do 1 recovery on the player's turn, so you could actually force 2 recoveries and if you do that in the GM and the player's turn.
Okay. So if we were
think about okay. It's kind of board gamey that way.
It is a little. Right. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I think Kika, maybe you should do this time since Chester is 100% healthy. Unless anyone has any nature that they want to recover.
I believe Chester was also the one who did it last week.
Okay.
If I recall. So Chester wouldn't be eligible for this as well. Anyways, you can't just have the same person do it.
Cool. Kika, go ahead.
Yeah, give Regmith.
Recover those conditions.
Okay, so I'm going?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if I can remember everything. So, last time on Mouse Guard, our party of Mouse Guard.
Mice.
Yes, our party of mice.
Mouth Guard, the hockey role-playing game.
Mouth Guard.
Okay, I'm gonna look
Our
this
party came across a encampment of what was originally thought to be bandits. After charging in and bravely rescuing Chester from his bumbling tumble down a hill straight into the camp,
Mr. Bumbling Tumble to you.
It was discovered that it was actually an encampment of rebellious town folks who were fed up with the current state of affairs, led by a defector from the Mouse Guard, whose name I do not recall right now. Lorelei. They had captured one of Eluthium's friends, Tulip, but Sir Huey quickly dispatched the entire encampment, leaving a large amount of bodies in his wake. After capturing this Lorelei individual, they proceeded to make their way back to Lockhaven. Is that right? Lockhaven?
Yep.
Yeah. We started making
Yeah, keep it going.
Along the way, they came across a tavern that was being mercilessly looted by a duck. But thanks to the efforts of Eluthium and Chester, they quickly convinced this duck
And my honey.
to...
Don't forget about the honey.
And Chester's honey.
Thank you.
They quickly convinced the duck to leave the tavern alone and drop all the bread that it had in its mouth out in exchange for this honey. and then Chester ate the glob of gross, disgusting, chewed up bread.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you.
I actually had to look
Huey
at
tried
the
to
screen.
teach Chester how to orate, and it failed miserably.
Yes.
Did it?
This I remember too. Oh,
Sorry,
that's
that was
good.
important. You may
Yeah,
continue
no,
now.
that really was. Okay, thank
Which is
you.
now leaving our band of adventurers tired and hungry.
Yeah. So
I actually had to look at the screen as to who was doing it because I thought Myth was doing it and for the voice acting. So good job.
yeah.
Thank you.
So,
I looked up what a collective noun of mice is, and I was pleasantly surprised. You could have said last time adventurers got up to some mischief because a mischief is a collection of mice.
A mischief?
Boom.
Oh, nice.
Really,
Yeah.
it's a mischief of mice.
A mischief
That's so
of a
adorable.
horde, a harvest, a colony, or a nest. But I think mischief
yeah.
works really well.
Yeah.
Mischief the best.
Sweet.
That is good. Cool.
Didn't know that.
Yippee. Cool. So thank you so much, Kika, and Ellie. So Ellie gets to recover their
Yay.
hungry and thirsty condition for free. So at the start of the game, that gets away, and they're healthy again.
You filled
Good
your
job.
belly with
Yep.
deep words.
I assume you wanted to do that rather than your nature, which
Yeah.
is okay at 3 out of 4.
I'm good.
Okay, cool, nice. All right then. So now, real quick, also, what are we cool with our beliefs and instincts being what they are before we go any further?
Should not hesitate.
Do we all
to
remember what they
combat.
are, or do you all just want to go in order real quick and say our mouse's name, what their belief is, what their instinct is?
Sure. So my belief is for Huey is I shall not hesitate in life and combat, as they should be treated as the same thing. And my instinct, which I changed at the end of the last episode, was these tender paws are still green. I will continue to guide and teach them.
Yes.
Though I might need to change the word tender paws in there depending on today's episode. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah. No, there's still tender paws till winter.
Oh, to winter. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I am Chester Templeton. My belief is I'll become the mouse my parents want to see, the mouse of bravery and integrity, one that will not flee. A guard mouse always gets the girl. And then the instinct is never wish to kill a creature again, big or bug or weasel, big or small.
Nice. I have a question real quick?
Yes.
Does Chester have a certain someone when that's his
Yes.
belief
Yes.
back in Spruce Duck?
Yes.
What do you know what their name is?
Ingrid Jellyweed.
Oh, that's right. Jellyweed. I remember. It's your friend. That's
Yeah,
right. I
best
forgot
friend
that's
growing up.
yeah, that's and
Eternally friend zoned.
You could
yeah,
say
and
you're
they
pining
totally
for her.
they run the bar there, right? Or
No, she does the scent stuff. Scent.
oh, it's scent border stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, he constantly So like, of course, he's got like this huge like belief, but there's that underlying little bit about
His own. Yeah.
his own
Right.
personal
Perfect.
goal within the belief.
Great. Cool. And Kika, what about sorry to break the pattern. I was curious about that for a second. So Kika, what about Eleutheum?
Eleutheum is her belief is a functioning society is the only thing that keeps us from being food in a harsh wilderness. We must play our roles for a society to function. If I cannot perform my duties no matter the circumstances, then I fail all of society and myself. And her instinct actually changed to work to ensure society truly serves mousekind
Nice.
after that whole adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Cool. So this is where we begin. We arrive back into the Mouseguard Fortress compound of Lockhaven. This is the epicenter of all Mouseguard activities. When you guys left earlier, it was much more crowded than what it is now, as many mice have already departed on their seasonal duties, doing other various missions. So while some mice decide it's mid-spring now, Some mice decide to wait till late spring, depending on what they got to do. But the ones who need to get far off to the fringes usually leave early. So there's fewer people around. You wheel the cart containing Lorelei to a few gasps of those who are still around, kind of doing double takes to see how you captured this Lorelei, famous bandit. You essentially captured Bin Laden, right? In terms of
Is that notorious? Okay.
Yeah, that notorious. So I think Gwendolyn will personally see to this matter for you guys.
Nice.
So I think Gwendolyn, as well as
what is her age, by the way?
What's your age?
I've got down here.
You're like 40 something.
45 is what I've
45. Yeah, she's about 49. They're up there.
Okay. So maybe we were 10
Cougar
together or something.
Yeah. Oh, you're a patrol guard, or you're a guard. You're a
guard captain. Yeah.
You're a guard captain,
which is the highest you can be because.
Yes, you are the. Yeah,
fuck it, man.
You do the special missions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this was a special mission. So lo and behold, she meets you. Do you go by a nickname, Yui? With the matriarch, is there a term of endearment, of rapport you two have? Hugh? Or is it just Huey? Is it just Huey?
How much more casual could you get after
Oak?
Huey?
Are you like great? Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
Are you like old Ironsides? Like, do you have a?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the young mice or whatever have taken to calling me like Old Oak. I guess I don't know. Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking, something like that, right?
Yeah, like
trunk.
Trunk.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like the old oak. Yeah. So I believe Gwendolyn comes in, and she wants a mission. She wants a report like immediately. Being, she orders some people to who are around, some liaisons to take Lorelei to the prisons for now and figure out what to do. But she wants to know what happened with you guys. How did?
Okay.
Where's the map? Like we sent you off on a mission for you to recover this map, and you return with Lorelei.
We did take it with us, right? We didn't let what's his face keep it, yeah?
No. Coriander, Periwinkle? No.
Yeah. He doesn't have the map, right?
No, you have the map.
Okay, good. Because the way you said that made it sound like, oh shit, did we forget to get it?
You just left it lying on the ground in the middle of a field.
In the middle of the bandit camp.
We buried it with the rest of the bodies. No.
Of those poor people.
So yeah, I'll snap a very, I won't snap a salute, but I'll do like the whole just like that sort of thing,
sure,
or whatever the mouse guard do. It's not like. Anyway, so and it's like
it's an informal formality.
Yeah, and it's like, good to see you're still around. Well, where to begin? We managed to track down Coriander quite easily. He wasn't exactly hard to find. But, as he suspected, it was true. He had with him the map, the blueprints of the hideout of Lockhaven. However, I saw it as an opportunity to teach the young ones here about how the mouse guard always follow through. So we took the advantage of the fact that his guests were expecting him to show up with a plan, and we made sure to follow through and find out who was actually receiving these things. And I
and we go through it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we get to the point where you mentioned like how you murdered, like you killed all of these.
I mean, I don't say that. I mean, I don't. Maybe I don't be like, yeah. And then I killed everyone. Like,
No, I know, but what do
Yeah.
you do when that comes up? Because I think that's the most important part right now that I'm interested in.
okay.
Because I think rumors are around, and I think she wants you to clear the air about them. I think maybe others could step in, but obviously you're the guard captain, so I think she'll look to you first about what happened. And
So, let me get
we've been hearing this very disturbing reports from this. Some are calling you the Butchers of Barkstone.
Well, I maybe I sort of like scratch my chin a little bit and look around. I was like, the unfortunate thing is that we did engage in combat with the bandits, and there is nothing left of them.
Ellie raises her hand a bit.
Yeah, speak, Ellie.
Well, when we arrived at the camp, we a few things happened. We saw that they had actually captured another member of the guard and had them in stockades, and we didn't really know what they were going to do. And then with her, it seemed like a really bad situation. And then circumstances occurred in which we were spotted in our reconnaissance, and we had to defend ourselves. They were taking arms up against us, and Huey moved to help protect myself and Chester, and that things got a bit out of hand.
She nods and she says, "It's not that you did anything wrong. It's just, as a mouse guard, we need to be careful about how people view ourselves. And when I hear something about my mouse guard being called butchers, I need to hear the story. And I trust you guys," is what she ultimately says.
They were mounting an
I trust
you all.
offensive. It was necessary. I hate to slay another mouse, but when they take up arms against the hand that feeds them, there is no other option.
Yeah. She
she
nods. They captured. Yeah. Look, they captured, and they're obviously up to no good. It's just we are now in a complicated situation with Barkstone because of this.
What kind of situation?
And this is the part where we're going to learn the mission today, because this is actually going to be kind of like, I want to know what you guys want to do for this and how you want to proceed. She kind of patrols back and forth, like thinking about it. Pacing is the word I'm thinking of. She's pacing back and forth. She adjusts her shiny blue matriarchal cloak, and she says, "Well, us as Mouse Guard are gonna have to make it right, and we're stretched a little thin in terms of extra mice for resources to handle these things. I really don't want to send you guys back there to make amends, especially because I'm getting reports about needing assistance on the scent border."
What's going on?
What do you think? I can have another patrol group set up to personally take care of Barkstone's problems, or as you help the scent, as you assist those of the scent border. And she looks at you. It's just extra hands laying the scent.
Honestly speaking, I don't think we should be the ones to make amends with Barkstone. After all, I slayed most of their able-bodied men. So, There is no making amends for that.
Ali raises her hand again. Well, they apparently were having economic troubles before we even got there. Is there maybe some way we could maybe they could send a representative here, and maybe there could be discussions on how to help them out so that maybe they can be in a better standing in future and help them recover, because they haven't been doing so great since the war, and it's kind of a shame if any town within our borders is not getting what they need.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She nods and says, we've had this discussion with Barkstone before. Frankly, all of the mouse territories have not been fully recovered since the Wicked Weasel Wars. But of course, Barkstone has been sensitive to the problems the most. A delegation arrived last year and discussing proposals about increasing trade, deals with the Mouse Guard themselves, employing more of the Barkstone's artisans for more work. But we can only do so much without angering the other towns as well. For example, for every copper pan we buy from Barkstone, we don't buy from Copperwood either. You know, if for every jar of honey we sell from our apiaries to Wolf Point, it's not going to Barkstone. Our resources are spread thin enough.
Well, I'm sorry to put it like this, but if they foster and put together a force against us, the last thing we should be doing is actually putting extra attention on their export and trade.
You wish to punish them?
I think it's what he's saying is if we give them special treatment now, other towns might think that we would respond to violence more readily and might decide to raise arms as well, just to get our attention.
Yes, that's exactly what the Tendapor is saying.
She nods. That's a good point.
If anything, we can just redouble our defenses on the scent border to make sure that they understand we're doing our jobs, not facilitating trade with them as... I know that's what Mouse Guard do, but I don't think it's what Mouse Guard should be doing.
They nod, and I think what Gwendolyn says is very well. It seems like we shouldn't be I feel like I'm in the dark on this. We're going to need more information. I want you to be my ears and my nose to this. Your first mission will be going to Spruce Tuck to arrive and assist with the scent border.
Can you pull up the map? Sorry.
Yeah. I have to drag you over. There we go. Sorry. I had it open, but I forgot to do that. So, arrive to Spruce Tuck and repair the scent border.
I'm very
Following of which, for the remainder of the spring, I want you to take a tour, pass along and pathfind trade mail between the towns of Spruce Tuck. I don't know what that town is. Gil Pledge. Copperwood. Douglift? Yeah.
Dory
Looks it looks like Door Gift.
Door Gift. Oh, it's Dory's Gift. Yeah, it's Dory's Gift. That's totally it. Copperwood, Root Wallow, Shorestone, and the rest of the towns. Do the Southern Circuit. Looking for Mouse Guard recruits. Get an idea of what everyone is feeling. Get a pulse for the town. Help them in whatever way you can. Show them that the Mouse Guard, even if they believe it already, and especially if they don't, show them what the mouse guard can do. I want you to do this until around summertime, and then report back.
Okay.
So throughout the spring, you want us to head north or head south to Spruce Tuck, take a look at the scent border, reconstruct a bit of the defenses there on the scent border, and then also recruit in the southern cities.
Yes, if
Okay.
possible.
All right. I'm excited. I mean, that's where my family's from. I'm from Spruce Tuck.
Excellent.
Which
Then you
Everybody
should-
probably already knows, but I'm just like,
I'm excited.
Oh, so then you'll be able to help greatly with the scent border, then, I assume.
In theory, yes.
Excellent. Cool.
Oh, also, you probably know people there that we can. It'll make
I grew up there.
rel-
yes.
yeah, it'll make relations a lot easier
Uh-huh,
because
mhm.
you already know
As long as
everyone.
we don't murder them.
I can't.
Yeah.
Wow, way to
Go
bring
back.
down the mood.
I just sort of like look at him, just frown. I'm just like,
So, yep. So I kind of laid out what I want to do for the next couple of sessions here, like GM to players, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Today's session specifically is going to be going about Spruce Tuck and the scent border, because now's the time we write our goals.
Okay.
Oh, we're going through
Cool.
Ivydale too, right? To get there.
We will pass through Ivydale to get there, correct?
Oh, nice.
Let's take a look here. So,
My goals.
We'll be
Yeah.
passing through
Saying
Ivydale,
hello to
Elmos to Spruce Tuck.
what's more important right now in terms of for the guard?
If you want, I will use a different color, maybe.
Hmm.
This is our mission points, and then something like this, and this.
Okay.
Purple is what we're doing today.
Right. Okay. So we can include, like, safely include the scent border as like a part of this mission. Right.
Yeah, the primary part of this mission is repairing the scent, or not. Repairing the scent border. This isn't out of the usual. Every spring, because this is springtime,
Mm-hmm.
you mice go out with giant like casts of the scent that keeps the predators away,
Mm-hmm.
and they relay the scent border, basically disguising the existence of the mouse territories to larger animals.
Sure. What is the likelihood of running into like opposition during that time?
High.
High.
Yeah. So if you look at the map here in the bottom left, everything that used to be X's and scratched off towns, these are
Or
all
towns,
things lost
yeah.
from the Weasel Wars. So weasels are on the western border. So you could expect encounters with weasels.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention just getting between it's still spring. Weather can change any moment. The paths between anywhere could be messed up.
Okay.
Creatures are waking up out of hibernation. Spring is a dangerous but very necessary time where mouse guard people earn their keep, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
It's like being a park ranger in spring, right? Like before the parks open, you have to go walk all the trails, remove everything, do all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like
pretty
just
much what we're
just
doing,
like
yeah.
that's the one thing you do. But now you're also postmen. You're also like judges. Like there's a bunch of stuff you got to do in the spring because
Mhm.
everyone bunkers down in the winter. So as things expand again,
Sure.
so do your responsibilities.
Okay. Does anyone have any clear ideas as to what they want their goal to be? No. Okay.
So
I'm writing mine. Sorry.
yeah, explicitly, it's meet Ingrid Jellywheat
Yeah.
in Spruce Tuck. Grab your cask of scent border, of scent material.
Mm-hmm.
Meet the Mouse Guard patrol led by a mouse named Morris, and assist them with the scent border. In terms of explicit things we're doing today, if this is playing the video game, that's like what you see in like the top left corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The quest log.
I press
Yeah, the quest
Control
log.
U, and I turn that off
yeah.
because I want to
Yeah.
be
Immersed.
immersed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
Okay.
Apply
So
border.
I'm
Safely.
thinking, like, if I keep going down the route that I've chosen for Huey, make sure that all that goes beyond the scent border come back.
That's a good one.
I'm not entirely sure what the likelihood of that happening is, so maybe you can give me an idea of whether or not that's like what the difficulty of that is. Because if we're going with like 25 mice, for example, and we come back with maybe 18 because we're guaranteed to lose some, then I might rework that. But
no. I think we're approaching goals a little bit wrong there. You could totally work towards a goal, and if your goal was like leave no mouse behind on the scent border, and you lost mice, that doesn't mean you don't get your reward. It's that you worked towards your goal, or you achieved your goal. It just you didn't achieve it in the way that you wanted it to.
You reached
right?
that point in the story.
Yeah, exactly. You reached the point in the story that you wanted, and it was important to you.
okay,
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you don't have to hamstring yourself to make sure and sell yourself short to secure the thing that you want, right? That's a fine goal.
I will check up on my family, show them I am the son they wanted, also impress Ingrid, find Morris, apply border safely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will be attempting to ensure the safety of Spruce Tuck.
Time to meet up with. I'll impress her. I'll just meet up with her. She could be busy.
I think you may have to
I don't know. It's
change your
kinda hard
goal.
to-
Yeah.
It's kind of hard
What was yours?
to think of.
Either
a
make it
goal.
about another player or do something with the scent border.
Okay.
Like make sure ensure Chester learns oratory or something like that. Like ensure
No, that'll never happen.
You're right.
Sure.
Um,
Or find out why Huey is the way he is, right? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like make it
Because he's
specific, but-
old.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have much time left. Oh.
Not that old.
Yeah. So it's not the end of the world. Does that help at all?
Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of something.
Well, I mean, you could successfully scout beyond the border because you're
From
curious
Ivydale?
about it. Yeah, like maybe you've never
I'm
left.
from Africa.
You've never left beyond the scent border, right? So this is a good
No,
opportunity.
I've never.
This is a good opportunity for you to experience what life is actually like outside the scent border. Maybe this is more like a case where you can reaffirm your choice in joining the Mouse Guard because of what you see outside the scent wall. Like
That's good.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Or exactly. Show the mice of Spruce Tuck the value of the Mouse Guard. It's kind of what your original goal was too.
Yeah,
It also
I
plays
guess.
into your belief as well, right?
Yeah.
because maybe like after last time when you saw Huey Dewey's copter impression, you would get like maybe you're down on the whole Mouse Guard thing, but seeing what you're protecting the entire mousehood from might reaffirm what you actually believe in. So I don't know, just an idea.
No, that's really good.
Is
So,
there
like,
anything you
prove
want to
the
do in
value
Ivydale?
of- Oh,
As you pass through Ivydale, is there anything that you
I'm
wanted
not
to do?
sure.
What's Ivydale for
Bye.
you again? Sorry.
That's my
Is that your
hometown.
home?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ivydale? Okay.
My parents are there. They
Mhm.
own a bakery.
Yeah. Did you want to do anything going through Ivydale? Did you want to? Otherwise, the montage journey begins.
Yeah, she'd probably
Um,
just like stop by her parents' house, let them know how she's doing, and then like be on her way.
Is this like a
Sure.
personal thing, or is this like a?
It can be glossed over.
Mhm.
They're gonna ask you actually for a personal favor.
What? What's it?
Your parents are professors, right? Researchers or some kind.
The bakers, right?
They're bakers.
Oh, they're bakers. Oh, that's right. Why do I think they're researchers? Is it
Those are mine. Well, no, mine
Chester's
are
parents?
Yeah,
Oh,
mine are
apiarists.
Apiarists.
Apiarists? Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
All right. No, it's even better that they're bakers.
Yeah.
Out in the scent border, out near Walnut Peck, like the ruins of the city of Walnut Peck.
Yeah.
There actually are a couple plants that don't grow in the mouse territories. They want you to grab seeds of these, and let me just come up with a good name for them. Actually, I like the idea that they are they're called jelly weeds.
Jellyweed seeds.
Yeah, they ask you if you could, if it's not too much to ask, to try to grab them samples of the jellyweed.
It's kind of
Okay.
It's
That'll
kind
be
of
my goal.
interesting the mentality of the mice that live near Lockhaven, then, isn't it? Because they're just like, yeah, just go past the scent border and get us some fucking seeds. I mean, what harm could come
it's
to
not.
you? Like,
No, it's not like that. They know what they're asking. They're asking a lot, but they know that. I assume you told them the mission, like that you're going to Spruce Tuck and
Yeah.
you're going to do the scent border.
Yeah.
So like, oh, that's so. I'm so proud of you. Like, this is the thing that you're doing something that makes us very, very, very proud. The scent border that's such important work, and if it's not too much to ask, like they don't want to pressure you on this, but obviously they're your parents, and jellyweed makes. We've heard that it makes this really cool roll, and since it's getting close to summer, we thought we have something very good for a baking competition coming up, and our daughter, and we don't want to ask some random person. It just if it's not too much to ask.
Well, I have my gardening gloves. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I love you so much. Take care of my child.
what could
And
go
they,
wrong?
Yeah. Your parents
some rando
are
to die, but you
Tenlian
go
and
on.
Ethel. Yeah, Tenlian and Ethel. They kiss and hug as you guys make your way past. They give you extra. They give you bread. Chester, like they live and work at a bakery. So here's your chance to totally like grab some stuff.
This is delicious. Oh my
Yeah.
god. So good.
They fill your stuff with supplies.
Mhm.
All right. So it's around Elmos where things go bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're almost out of bread.
Damn.
Yeah. It's still winter's last claws, haven't gotten out of spring yet, and the weather turns unseasonably cold.
Oh my.
It's pretty miserable. It's windy. You guys keep your cloak up to yourself until you run into on the road a group of mice merchants leaving between Sherylborough to Elmos, who they just have stopped in front of up ahead you see one of little old signposts, not an old sign, a new signpost that was put up by another mouse guard group saying bridge to Elmos this way, right? And they're all camped out a couple meters or so from the bridge, and you hear loud rumbling coming from the bridge from beneath it. Frog croaks.
Okay.
Everyone, all the merchants around you, there's about 4 who all with their little carts have kind of stopped. They're playing a game of cards, waiting for the toads to move so they can cross this bridge.
Are we on the other side, right? Yeah.
No, you're on the side with the merchants. Like you're approaching them on that side,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, thank God! So, Mouse Guard,
Guard's
they sent someone.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to help us out. We can't get across this bridge. These bullfrogs are angry, and they won't let us go."
All right. I just sort of stand up, just keep walking past them and go over to the frogs.
Yeah.
Yep, fine. Clear it. Can do. No point talking about it.
Well, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Our
you gonna-
job.
Are you reaching for your weapon at all?
Yeah, no, I got weapons, on the shoulder now.
What are you doing? You gonna cut him up? What is happening?
Well, I'm going to ask them to leave with the point of a knife.
You should
Which
ask
I
them to
find
leave
to be
point
the
of your
easiest
mouth
way.
first, and then we could think about it.
I'll tell you
Maybe,
what. You come with me, and you convince them with those little whiskers of yours to peacefully move out of the way so that our mice can get back to doing what they do best.
Okay, Ellie, could you help me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
And I
Cool.
kind of wait
for LA ladies first.
Ellie just like goes on ahead.
Okie dokie. And then 'cause
Not
I know that
flinching at
Ellie
all.
could actually probably communicate with, because I saw her communicate with a duck haphazardly, so I know that she probably can maybe
Yeah.
communicate with a frog.
I had to like reach deep to make that roll work.
Yep. But okay, she's our animal speaker.
Yeah.
So-
Well. Okay, so we're gonna talk to some frogs.
Talk
What are they?
to some frogs.
They are
yeah.
they're brown spotted frogs. I ain't gonna make a ribbit sound. No.
Hey, look at that! It's like you played us. Congratulations.
Yeah. So, you see, they're like large brown spotted frogs, right? They, one of them is literally on the bridge, and the other one's underneath it. They're just sitting there basking. There's a trickling or a babbling brook kind of going underneath the bridge.
Looks like a bad game of
It's made out of wood,
Yeah.
right? Like the bridge is made out of wood,
Latched
latched together.
Bridge?
It's-
Okay, like
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty rickety. It was recently made though. Like once again, the Mouse Guard have already come through here, made this thing for travelers, and
Yeah.
now this has happened on top of it.
Are they sunbathing? Like they're just like enjoying?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're waking up. They might be hungry.
Yeah.
You know, they eat beetles. You know that. That's not
Yeah,
doesn't require a roll.
So I'm gonna, just as we go up and it was like, all right, well, show me how.
They're as big as Chester, by the way.
hmm
Oh,
To give you an idea of
so
scale.
Huge. Yeah. all right.
Yeah. So I'll turn to the two tender paws and I'll say, well, show me how the young mice deal with problems.
Okay. Ellie just walks up to the first frog and says, "Hello, sir."
Okay. So we're gonna communicate. So this is a lore mouse test.
Lore mouse test.
Do you have lore mouse or not? I don't remember.
I do not.
No problem. So if you don't have lore mouse, you can either try to learn it again, remember, and be tracking the number of attempts. You learn the skill once you do a number of attempts equal to your nature.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can just use your nature in lieu of
So
skill.
we can help with hunter or
Yes,
scientist.
you can.
I guess I'll try again.
Okay. I'm happy to help with hunter. If you like, I mean, I guess my help would come in the form of like, maybe telling you about what they.
What scares them?
What scares them mostly, yeah, or like how easy they are to like, push into traps if you spook them from one direction, sort of thing. So, like, say if you wanted to like push them off the bridge, then there are ways to do that. So
Okay. So, yeah. We'll do that.
May I help with nature?
no, it's
You
scientist.
can no.
It's scientist and hunter that help.
Oh, I
You
can
can help with a
scientist.
wise if you have a wise.
I can help with
Yeah.
scientist.
Okay.
I have Legends of the Grog wise. Yeah, I can just help with scientist if you want. I guess. I also have Insectress and Apiarist, for like bug wise. But anyway, I'll not bug wise like the game, but bug wise. Anyway, I'm gonna
Bugweiser. That's the name. That's obviously the name of the popular brewery
yes.
in Mascot. Bugweiser.
Bugweiser. So the what I say is I'm like, okay, when you talk to them, use your hands a lot because they like to see like things. Fast movement keeps their attention as if they're like little bugs. So if you use a lot of big hands, they're gonna keep your eyes on you. Okay, because they're always gonna be looking towards the leaves. Yeah, big hands, big hand gestures, and make sure that they are constantly looking upon you. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes, got it. Because they're gonna think
Okay.
your little hands are just bugs.
My tiny hands.
Your tiny little mouse hands are gonna be like little bugs flying around.
Okay.
Okay, now get out there and move some toads.
Okay. I go up to the first one. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" Why are you here on the bridge? And could you
What's-
possibly move
Perfect.
along?
You're doing
What's
great.
bugging you?
Yeah, what's bugging you?
Ah, I got it.
Obstacle 4. Lore mouse.
Obs for
I
lore
think you mean
mouse.
3 because of that jump. Did you say bug?
I fucking love bugs.
Okay, what do I do for my lore mouse again?
The frog delegation frowns on your jokes.
I think it's like
Delegation.
it's nature, right? No, it's will. No, wait, what the
I'm
fuck is it? I forget.
Lore mouse is will.
Yeah,
It's
well,
mind.
Yeah, it's will. Yeah.
The root of that is mind.
And then I have
And
two
so
helpers.
if you're you have to half all of your dice that everyone
Yeah.
has to help you. But
And-
that
You get
includes if
one
you
help.
spend if you tap your persona for your nature.
Yeah,
How you
I
can do
think-
the Super Saiyan thing.
Yeah, I think I'll actually try to do that. Can I do that? Just
Okay, let's bring this back
100%.
over to the character part.
spend a persona to add my nature.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so that's another 2 on top of that. And then can I throw in legends as the guard wise
Yeah, if you fail.
if I fail?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
wise is a when you're the person doing the testing, your own wises help you if you mess up.
Okay.
Otherwise, they can be in lieu of helping if you don't have the right skill.
I don't have otherwise.
Boom.
Okay.
Good joke. I like that one.
Thank you.
Take
And-
17 experience points.
Fiery doesn't add to this. This is more fiery is more oration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
want to, you could totally invoke a trait if you want that extra die. If you have something that you think is relevant.
Yeah. Well,
Otherwise, this might be a good time to use a trait where it might be negatively relevant and earn a check. Remember? Just because if you fail a roll doesn't mean you're stuck. Maybe it doesn't mean that you can't
So
talk
why
to them.
would you
It could be a
use-
condition, it could be a twist. Something just changes in the game.
So
if you
why
fail a
would
test.
you why would you use like a persona if you're going to negatively do that? Like, do you still have to use a persona
Because-
to do that?
Because a possible reason why is if you feel very comfortable with the amount of dice you're rolling to beat a certain obstacle, then why not just
you don't
minus one die
okay,
from it as well?
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you don't necessarily lose out. Like you don't have to fail the
No, you don't have to. No, you just subtract one die from your pool.
I don't feel confident for it, but can I invoke my hard worker trait to be like more persistent in trying to communicate with them to give me another
Sure.
dice?
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take our time here, right? You're gonna be very
Yeah.
diligent. Sure, I could see that. So we're gonna try this a few times, trying to talk to the frogs.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'll just skip the help from trait and obs 4.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you got a 3. That's good, and it's also green, which means you got a 6. So now you can go ahead and if you want, you can spend a fate point to luck that and make the 6 roll again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
do that.
Or you could spend a persona and reroll 2 3s.
Yeah, or you can spend a fate to re-roll a failure with your wise, or you can spend a persona with your wise to re-roll all failures. I have that all listed out on a flow chart.
Yeah,
you wanna see
also
it.
spend a persona with my wise to reroll those 2 3s.
Okay, so you spend a second persona on that.
What if we already used
Yeah.
one and a fail, and we like I have check marks near my wises.
That's it. You can still use it again.
Alright.
That's just for knowing later on. Once you fill up all 4 of your wises, your pass, fail, help, or persona or fate persona or whatever. Once you use all of them, you're actually eligible for a new wise.
Yeah, but you have to get rid of the one that you currently have, right?
I think so. I have to double check.
'Cause
on
I
that.
haven't
I'll
been
check that.
keeping
I'll check
track.
that during the break,
Yeah, I
I'll
haven't
check
been
that-
keeping
check that
track
during
of
the
that
break.
at all, so.
but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Legend of the Guards wise, I will be recalling the tale of Sir Edmonton the Kind, who
That's a good name for a mouse.
who
That's very
mediated
Arthurian.
a nice little deal between a horde of frogs and one of the towns that is now beyond the scent border. but to broker a peace between them to help in the great wars.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
And yeah.
Frogs are a pretty common occurrence in the Mouse Guard territory. They're not hostile. They're just like annoying.
Yeah, well,
They're like cows.
not so much like
Yeah, they're literally cows. Like you're negotiating with cows on the road right now.
not so
Who
much
could
like
talk to you.
a peace, but like a worked out
Yeah.
a deal with them to
Sure.
help.
Yeah.
Two
Totally.
sixes.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. They explode again, so like you would keep rolling them, but you already succeeded enough.
Now keep going,
So-
keep going. Let's see how much.
When you
Yeah,
said they
keep going.
explode, I imagined the frogs exploding.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
both of
you're
them
actually
explode.
going to roll. If you spend a fate, I think it is, you can explode them because that was her persona retest, not the explode
Yeah.
dice thing. So
You
Well, I
should
think
roll
when
them
you-
anyway.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. They don't explode. I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. It's the persona. They roll them into sixes. Cool. Well, perfect. So now you have successfully done your lore mouse test. So you can talk to these frogs, right?
Yeah.
And what do we say to these frogs again?
move, bitch.
hey,
Get out
hey.
the way. No.
Hey there, guys. You're sort of in the way from our
But
guys here. Like, I know it's a nice place to sit, but we need to use this bridge to get across the stream, the river.
the beetles like to go down this river. It's a perfect spot for eating beetles.
Yeah, but if you weren't blocking, if you were like under the bridge, it would be easier to catch the beetles. Like, you're sort of in our way here.
I thought the mouse guard built this for us.
It's for everyone to use, and you have to share and let other people use it as well, or else they can't get their business done. I mean, if you just let these merchants cross, they'll just be on their way, and like having them around here like makes the beetles a little wary, and they're less likely to come down here.
We've only been here since dawn. We'll leave when it gets dark. What's the big hurry?
I like to think that they have horrible spatial awareness too. So like, why don't they just go around us? And you're like,
The like some of them is like hanging off the side of the bridge. You know?
exactly.
There's like
If they need
baby
to
frogs.
pass, why don't they just go around?
I can make room.
There's plenty of room.
Lifts up one of his.
Well,
You could
we-
always
they
make
have a
it
lot
on
of
the bridge.
business to take care of. Like, would you be happy if you couldn't eat any beetles at all for an entire day?
Don't forget they had movements. Hey,
So like,
No.
and it's like, yeah, exactly. They need to get going so that they can go eat. If you just move aside and let them pass, and then once they're past, you can just move right back, and then there's no more problem. And then,
you're doing great.
right?
They sigh and it goes over to the other one and says, "Come on, Castro, we have to move for the mice." And they tumble off and move away. And they wait. Yeah, they like half jump off the bridge,
They
right?
move as a swing bridge, so they just kick it and they
Yeah.
just land.
Oh, I like that even more. That it was a swing bridge. Oh, that's even better. I was thinking it had like stakes holding it up and stuff, like pillars. But no, I love the swing bridge idea. That's
Swing,
even that's so better. So it's
jump
like
and nothing happens. They
like-
fall and it just keeps swinging wildly.
gonna need a little help here. Oh nope, got it. It just falls off.
Like
that's they do.
Yeah.
It flips over.
I was intentional. So it like hops away, and
That was.
yeah. All right, you negotiated away the frogs from the bridge.
Yay!
Nice work, guys.
So as Ellie comes back, I'm just kind of like, older mice from my generation probably just would have used the point of a sword to progress here. So it's kind of interesting seeing how young mice deal with their problems.
And also, older mice
Do
were
you-
available during the war, which happened during the older mice times. And right now, there's no war.
There's always a war.
Do you think they're soft, Huey?
I mean, it takes longer.
Do you feel better for them? Better than them? like you're better than them in that way?
No, I mean, like sometimes a teacher learns from his students, you know.
Yeah.
But it's more.
Do you think Huey's that type of person though?
I think he's becoming that type of person.
Okay.
But you know, there's especially like it happened
Did
like
Huey fight
last.
in the war?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He got his notoriety from slaying snakes, just tons of them. But like to the point where like, you know, negotiating with frogs instead of just like, you know, requiring them to leave is significantly it takes a longer time to do, in his opinion, right?
Yeah, he could have been done with it. We could have been on the road by now.
Yeah, we could have been halfway to you know, where we were heading, but you know, because they decided, you know, the young ones wanted to talk their way out of a situation rather than just, you know, deal with the problem the way that older mice used to do it. Because you know, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you bring up a good point, like Myth, that you know, older mice come from a generation where like war was a thing. So you know, not sitting around and talking out their problems was generally the way to go. But you know,
you young yippersnappers have it so easy.
The fact that
we had to go scavenge.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we were scavenging on the front lines in the dark out there. Weasels in the bushes, man.
But you know, Huey's also pragmatic in the fact that you know, talking doesn't always, like, you can't always make people see eye to eye with talking, and that's why he carries a big sword, because it's
there'll be a time where we're like, let's try to talk, and they don't want to talk.
Yeah.
We got this, Huey, and it's a weasel. It's like, okay, all right, I'll be lying.
Yeah.
Well, since we came to a peaceful agreement with the frogs, I mean, now everyone's happy, and you know, the frogs don't hold any grudges, and you know, maybe they might feel like they might want to help us out later because, you know, we're nice to them.
Yeah. The caravan mice, thank you.
The frogs will remember this.
Taking care of it. So, they let you go.
Plus, it's good practice for talking to other animals.
I think one of them has a blanket. Who they're willing to give you guys if you wanted it. They're like, listen, I have this extra blanket as a token of thanks.
You said it's getting
you look
cold,
at it,
right?
it's a nice blanket. It's a color. It's actually got a bee on it, like an apiarist bee.
Okay.
It's etched, it's stitched. It's
I'll
nice.
Take it.
Ellie throws it over Chester's shoulders like a cloak.
Yes.
And then I tie it like
Yeah.
And it's like,
cloak.
Look at
I
that.
try
You
it
look
like a
smashing.
yeah, you know,
It's
Huey's just
wrapped
kind of
around,
like,
it's just
I don't agree with you using that as a cloak.
It's not my cloak. It's my cape. If I'm not wearing it like your cloak, I'm wearing it like a cape. Look at the knot. Look at the
like he ties it like a square knot in the front, like Batman or like a child running around with a towel on his neck. Like, it's not a cloak. It doesn't wrap. It's just a cape.
He's just kind of like, you can pretend to be anything but a tenderpaw all you want, but you have to get through winter yet.
Yeah.
of course.
So,
Yeah.
excellent. Cool. All right.
Awesome.
So let's bring you back over to the map as we continue down our trip. We passed through the cool city of Elmos before finally arriving to Spruce Tuck. The weather, once again, the weather has not been great. It's still pretty cold, right? It's the same day.
And cold.
Yeah, you arrive at Spruce Tuck. It's pretty dark and cold. You guys probably aren't going to press forward, and it's probably about time to start looking for a place to stay and stuff. So, but first, I think you guys arrive, and you're gonna meet a certain special somebody. What do you say? We meet Ingrid?
Yeah, I
let's do
mean,
So-
I like the idea that I'm just like, I'm old and I'm tired. And you're just like, but my girlfriend. I'm like,
We have to meet Ingrid. She's right up here. I think.
Yes, she's part of the mission. She's the one who's actually she works on some of the science of the scent stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
It's all a part of who we're made.
She's like a
right?
defense contractor, I guess.
Yeah.
She's
In a way.
Iron Man of this world, you know, like.
Yeah, she works for she's Lockheed Martin of
Yep.
of Mouse Guard. So I guess what we're gonna see. Here's something I want to know. Does Chester at all talk about Spruce Tuck and like what to expect there, and like are you excited to return home and stuff?
I imagine Chester talking a lot, but I don't know
Me
what
too.
it's about.
Me
you know?
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
He talks a lot about his family and how much he misses them, but he also doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that he like misses. He doesn't really talk about, or maybe he does. I don't know. I like he talks a lot about his family, and he overhypes how awesome his family is and how great his childhood was, even though he was bullied a lot as a kid. But he also talks a lot about Ingrid and how much fun they got into, and how many times he's been they would play tag or something, and she would run and scurry up a tree, and then Chester couldn't because Chester was just too fat. But he would always just wait and like try to get a stick and try to grab her, and like that story you've probably heard numerous times, but he's unaware because he's so excited. So he's been saying like the same that same
and
story over and over.
is Ingrid spoken for yet?
That is up to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Ingrid, sorry, what's up, Ellie?
Ellie, before they meet up with Ingrid, would like to pat Chester on the shoulder and hand him like a special herb roll that her parents gave her, and tell him to give it to Ingrid.
What does this do?
It has special herbs in it that it's a signature roll that my parents bake. It has a secret blend of herbs in it, and it tastes divine. It's like prancing through a meadow in spring, right after the snow has melted and the first flowers are in bloom.
This isn't drugs, is it? It's not laced with anything, is it?
I just like give him like the most serious, like almost offended look I can.
Okay,
Also,
okay.
if you want to impress a woman, it's fairly easy. All you need to do is expose your scars. They really like that, I hear.
Okay, mine are mostly emotional. I'll try my best.
Wow.
That was good.
I like maybe
So-
I'm taken aback at that. I'm just like,
Oh Jesus!
So I think and I think we hear that as the laughter as you guys walk into the shop.
Yeah. And
Starts laughing hysterically. What's so funny?
when Huey starts like talking about exposing scars, Ellie just looks like really nervous and uncomfortable.
This is the person I am rolling with.
So you guys walk into what can only be described as like a renovated brewery. So there's large vats of like, like containers for, brewing, but instead it's distillation and type materials. A lot of scientific apparatus cover and sprawl through this place. It's almost like you imagine like a steam tinkery workshop with like tubes going around everywhere and stuff, right? And you hear from the back like, "We're closed," or "It's too late. You have to come back in the morning." And then you see Helen,
It's
or
like a
Ingrid.
human-sized distiller, like oil distiller,
Yeah.
that they've built around.
And now, could you describe for us what Ingrid looks like?
Sure.
Your love.
Yeah, Ingrid has. She is probably. She actually has a black coat, like a black mane of fur, and she has these blue eyes, but they're more like gray, but there's a fleck of blue in them, and she has like this white patch on her chest.
Oh,
And it's-
yeah. You
it's
see
the
her.
shape
She's
of a heart, but it's not really the shape of a heart. But you've been told that it's the shape of a heart. It's actually more of a diamond.
yeah.
But Chester just thinks it's that.
You see her. She's taking off her work gloves and removing her like goggles, and she puts them down. Says, "Oh, it's the mouse guard. Hey, is everything okay?
I give a mouse
Nothing
guard
wrong with the
salute.
batch, is there?" Yeah. Oh, I'm not a mouse guard. You don't have to do that.
But she does so much to
Oh!
help protect the borders.
Chester.
Hey!
She looks and is like, I almost didn't recognize you with your cape.
Well, you know,
That's
it's not real.
not actually a cape. Let's
It's
be
a cape.
honest.
It's not a cloak. It's a cape.
Oh,
It's a cape. But it's not a cloak. Yeah.
you
I'm
look
not-
adorable. Come here, and she gets a hug.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
goes and he goes. For
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? You look great. How you?
Oh, thank you.
You smell great. What is this news? Is this news thing? Is that honey? Of course it's honey. We're from Spruce Duck.
It's actually wolf pee, but
I was about to say, it's like, you have a very weird sense of smell, kid.
I sort of
deer
try to,
urine.
yeah, I try to sort of inch into Chester's like
Bubble.
vision and like try to be like, give her the role.
And I'm like,
Right.
I sneak over the
Like,
other
give
side.
her
I'm
the
just
role.
like,
Sort of thing.
This is like I'm hugging and you guys are both like just sneak into the camera shot.
Okay. Here. All right. Okay.
And they're like, I like. open
here's a
up my-
bread roll and take my scars.
What I do is I try to like find something that like, because there's no scars, and I'm like,
What
I mean,
about
he took a
the
pretty
bee stung
big
you?
tumble last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
So did you
oh, the
like?
bee stung. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ew.
Yeah.
I got this
so
when
yeah,
we were
I'll,
kids, and it's like,
remember this? It's just like showing his nipples. He's going to yes, do that. He like brushes the fur back on his nipple, and there's like a sting right here, and then he's just like, and then reaches in and gets the roll from the, and he's like, there you go.
I think both of us in the
Oh,
background
that
are just
looks-
like,
It's so sore.
Oh, that looks like a really bad sting that happened years ago.
Years ago. Remember that? Oh man, those days.
Wow.
Yeah, I blew up.
Was
like
that when we were kids?
Yeah, remember that? It's like it's
Yeah.
Hasn't gone away. It looks like, is it infected? And he like holds up like his like giant fat man boob, and he's like, is it infected?
No.
I can't quite see it.
No. And then she's like, you're doing that, and then like gives her like this delicious food. It's just
Yeah.
like,
From
It's like-
that area.
yeah. And she's like, oh, that's so sweet. It's so
supposed to
nice.
I also like the idea that you give her like this bread roll, and her hands are covered in literal wolf's pee, and she's like, thanks. Guess I won't be eating this now.
No, she was wearing gloves. She took off her gloves, so
Okay.
like she had that stuff. But still, yeah, like she's like, thanks. This looks so good. I just
Yeah.
had dinner, but I'm gonna eat this. I'll get to have this for a snack in a little bit. Thank
It's
you.
delicious. It's delicious. By the way, you may be missing a chunk of it from the bot. If you turn it a little, that's
Oh.
that's from. I tasted it. It tastes great. It's great. I wouldn't
Oh,
give
well-
you anything. I wanted to make sure it wasn't poison,
Oh well, that's
I'm just
very
kidding. I
considerate
wouldn't
of you,
have done that.
Chester.
but it's really good.
You can see she's like really trying to let you down easy, and it's
Yeah.
like painful
Yeah.
to Ellie.
It's painful to everybody watching Chester too.
Yeah. It's just
No,
super,
he needs
yeah.
to learn. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And I think they're Ingrid's parents come downstairs at this point. Ma and Pa Jellywheat come down
All right.
and being like, "What's all this cantankerous motion? Oh, it's the mouse guard still here.
I'm
Oh,
Mr.
you-
Miss Jellyweed.
Oh, Chester, look at you,
Hey,
look
hi.
at you.
How you doing?
Look at
You
you
guys
with your
look
cape
great.
on. It's like it's
Yeah.
not a mouse guard cape.
That's a really interesting mouse guard cape.
Thank you.
It's
not
not
a mouse
it's
guard.
it's not a mouse guard cape.
It's not. Oh,
It's
you
a
didn't.
Blanket. It's a blanket.
And you, like Pa is like, did you not make it into the mouse guard, son?
Oh no, I'm still a tender paw. I'm still a tender paw. I'm on my way this winter, right? This winter,
And I like look at Huey for reassurance.
I'm just like, maybe.
That's a positive maybe.
While this is happening, Ma Jellywheat goes to Hugh to the side and being like, he's a good kid. Yeah.
Really nice kid.
That's
You should see his parents.
No, it's yes.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you there.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was thinner. Make things a lot easier.
I'm supposed to show the scars.
That's why. Yeah. And she whispers, that's why his parents really forced him into the mouse guard. They thought he would slim him down a little bit.
Yes, I would hope so too, but
make sure he doesn't eat any treats. You know, you're a big mouse. You need to be taking care of this guy. She's as concerned for Chester as you would your normal mom.
Yeah, I just sort of look at her.
She's like burdening you with these things, Huey.
I'm looking at her and I'm just like, I'm far from his parents.
Yeah.
He is a big mouse, both literally and figuratively. He can take care of himself. He can decide what he wishes to eat. If he wishes to better himself, he will do that himself.
I feel like this is within earshot of the other two mice.
Yeah, and you probably like at the end of that conversation, or like you hear droning in, like interrupting your conversation.
Yeah, remember when Chad used to make fun of me? I don't think I've actually ever fully recovered from that, nor ever will I.
I cry sometimes when I'm alone.
I cry sometimes when I sleep. That's okay. Just like
and I turn back to the
like,
mother.
Huey, and he's like,
I turn back to the mother and I'm
boy.
like, the next thing I probably will teach him is how to not say stuff sometimes, but
I'm yelling this door.
Ellie just elbows him like really hard in the ribs to get him to stop.
oh, my bee sting.
Oh, God. My baby.
And
The stinger. That time it got my liver.
so yeah, I think they offer a spot for you to the morning until the next day where you're gonna take the cast out to the sides. But I think she's very interested in hearing about your story so far, what you guys have done as a mice. You can see she's being friendly. She's being cordial to you, Chester, but she's being way more friendly-ish with Ellie and Hugh, like in a way that's not the same as you.
Ingrid is
Right.
cordial to me, but friendly to them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like that neighbor that won't leave you alone. And he's
Like she doesn't have the heart to tell you that she doesn't like you,
Right.
but you're a good friend, and
Yeah. We're
You're just
best
very
friends growing
overbearing.
up, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
So so you guys swap some stories and stuff like that. She tells you about Mason's group, how they already took the casket, but unfortunately they took the only wagon, so you're gonna have to haul this one out there.
God.
I hope that's not a problem. As she looks to Hugh.
Masons, you said?
Yeah,
no.
Mason.
That shouldn't be a problem. That's why we have Hugh. That's why we have Chester here.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Mason. It's Morris.
Morris. Yeah,
It's-
it's about Morris.
That's right. It's Morris. I'm so sorry. I like the name Mason too, but it's Morris.
Hmm.
Morris and his gang are the ones out there. Morris,
and the gang.
Morris, Ilya, and Paige are the three mouse guards out there with the scent border. They took the last wagon, so you're gonna have to carry this cart yourself. And she looks to Huey, being like, "That won't be a problem for a strong mouse like you, would it?"
Absolutely not. This is why Chester is such a valued member of the Mouse Guard. You see, he's a lot stronger than he appears to be. And I just sort of look at him and I was like,
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I can carry a lot of things. I surprise myself most days. With my strength.
Yeah. She slides close, like when you're saying this, like she like positions herself. She puts your arm on Huey while you like describe that stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did not know. See, Chester growing up, he was always such a little dumpling. I didn't know he got so strong. She like looks up at Huey as you guys are sitting next. I imagine you guys are like on the floor on like a nice like soft rug or something near like a fireplace, like their living area. And oh, that's so sweet. Okay, well, it's getting pretty late and you guys have an early start. So all right, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Okay.
All right. So have a good night, everybody.
All right. Is your bed still where it used to be?
Yeah.
Up in the attic where you used to live?
Yeah, it's still up there. Thanks
All
again for the what was the name of the bread, by the way? What was the mystery bread? What was it called?
mystery
Ellie?
bread.
I don't call it mystery bread. You had a special name for it, and I'm so sorry I
It's
forgot.
like an herb.
I
roll.
didn't have a special name. It
Oh,
was
just
like
special
a type
herb?
of. It was a type of herb roll, but I think her family would call it like a springtime roll.
Yeah. Okay.
A spring roll.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you for the spring roll. Yeah.
Spring rolls.
The spring roll was delicious. It was so great sharing with you guys. I love hearing stories about the mouse guard. And as you guys get ready to go to bed, you hear a slight discussion going on with the family upstairs in kind of hushed but very firm tones. You can hear it through the floor.
Yeah.
Right. And you hear it being like, no, you can't marry. Like, you hear the paw, right? You hear Pa Jellywheat being like very firmly being like, no, you can't marry a mouse guard. You're dangerous. I don't want you to be a widow. You know, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, and I'm just like, seems like they're talking about you, Chester.
Yeah. Gee, wow. Okay.
See, the scar thing really works, you know.
It really did. It did. It worked.
Yeah. So.
And I like
Cool.
grab my coin bag and I empty the coin bag and I start putting it in this little paper bag.
Yeah.
As he gets anxious.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, and I probably won't be able to sleep because I'll be super
Yeah.
excited about that.
Totally talking about Chester.
Oh, who else could they be talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, who else? No one
Well,
else.
certainly not you, Jeeves.
No, I'm old. There's nothing left here except old man. Okay.
Gross.
Cool. So, all right. Things. The night goes by, uneventfully. In the morning, they make you a nice breakfast. You guys are well rested. If anybody, I think it would be fair to say you can make a free recovery.
Oh, you mean like
Henley.
okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Remove test to remove hungry and thirsty.
Okay. Yeah. So wait, do I test that?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
So there's two different ways: Ob1 resources or Ob1 Baker, whichever one you want.
Can I help with Baker?
I was actually going to do resources because my resources is pretty
Yeah.
high. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Cook, brewer, baker, or resources. Ob1.
Okay. All right.
I'll allow this for this moment for a recovery test because you guys are hanging out with friends.
5.
Yeah.
No modifiers. Ob1. Yep.
Got it. Okay, you're no longer hungry and thirsty.
So what do I need to upgrade resources from 5 to 6?
You need to get 5 tests and 4 failures. 5 passes and 4 failures.
Fucking Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
I'm 2 on the way, so let's go.
Yeah. Make more tests.
I'll be
Great.
a rich
So they-
little mouse.
Yeah. So they show you the cart, and I think we see Ingrid being like, "Will you guys come back? Are you guys done after this mission?"
We have a lot of things that we have to do, but we'll probably stop by afterwards.
I like that a lot. She says to the group.
Who's she like looking at the most, though?
GM rolls.
Chester.
Ah,
Told ya.
That would be very sweet.
They always marry the best friend. That's how it works.
And you okay, so you're gonna have to lug this. Someone's gonna have to lug this container out there.
I like the
Alan
idea
tries
that
first.
I like the idea that I pat Chester on the back and I was like, "Here you go, your turn." Do what you do.
That was, yep.
And
you
then
guys
when
can,
we
like,
get around the corner, he puts it down, then I pick it up. You know, like.
Oh my god, this is like a
My arms are on
heavy.
fire.
So imagine this is a pretty big cart or like chest, like it's a keg, right, of this scent material. It's got a cork in the back, and so basically you're gonna like 2 people kind of carry it, and it like pours off to the side, and like you're just gonna just carry it and just make a line of it. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be a lot of work. So
sort of in Ellie's character to like try to do like everything immediately, like try to impress.
Well, that's
everyone
great
else,
because
so-
you two should carry it together.
yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. But who is the person who's really leading the carry stuff? Because to get there, this will be a laborer test.
Oh shit.
Because you guys are hauling this thing out there, right?
Pretty sure
Labor. I have
neither of
laborer.
us have it.
I have
Oh,
laborer
yeah.
too.
Okay, you can lead.
Laborer just says relevant skills next to it. It doesn't have like.
Laborer doesn't. Yeah, I mean laborer help. Well, because this is a laborer test. Laborer, I think you could help with labor.
Okay.
That's about it. I mean, there's not really much else you can do about carrying something.
Yeah.
Maybe if you wanted to devise how you are using some sort of like you fashioned a wagon or something out of it, maybe you could be like you could help with like a wheelbarrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to turn to like a wheelbarrow, you could maybe use carpenter or scientist.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, like you can be a little like I would allow some ingenuity here, but it's fucking you're carrying this thing like
Yeah. What about turning it sideways and rolling it?
that would probably that would risk breaking it.
Could Ellie use like healer to instruct people like how to like carry it to like in certain ways to reduce like back strain and muscle strain and stuff? Or
no, sorry. It's a good idea, but it's laborer.
Just wanted. Okay.
You could help.
labor it up.
I mean, you could try to convince a smith for some extra tools, just like the scientist thing. That would be one way of doing it. But otherwise, just laboring it up.
All right.
And this, I would imagine this is the equivalent of cutting stone. So this is going to be an obtuse laborer test to carry this thing all the way out to the scent border.
Oh, you'll be fine.
All right.
Laborer.
Is it by myself?
No, well,
I'd
are somebody
help.
helping you?
Right. We have one help. All right.
Yeah.
You're just going to watch them do all the work?
Yeah. Oh, I'm an old man. You know?
Great.
We can't
Perfect.
possibly ask him to do this menial labor
Oh,
himself. He's a
man.
great guard mouse.
All right, so you two were helping. Not good. Do you want to do anything to the roll? Fate or
I can.
wise
I
it?
can. What's the guard wise? I don't know.
Just think of a
Legend
story
of the
that's so
guy.
inspiring that
I mean,
you
other-
buckle
yeah.
down.
Well, that would be. That's the other one. That's
Well,
the
I mean, is there
Lord
anything you
guard.
can call on to try and impress your lady friend here more than anything? Can you like do? Is there any sort of like relationship role or something you can do? I don't know if that's a thing in this game.
What are you trying to do here?
Like
No,
a
this is
like a circles roll maybe to see if you can impress her with like or something like that. I don't know.
no, this is physically carrying it out of town.
Yeah, it's just physically.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can't use any of my traits to help, can I?
No, you already are helping.
Yeah.
Could I use my bee blanket to drag it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's. I imagine. I'm just going to draw on the map here real quick because I think that's the screen we're looking at.
Yep.
Or I'll bring this over to the character screen so it's easy. It's easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw kind of what I imagine thing is kind of like. And then like the barrel.
I am not looking in the right place. Oh, there it is.
There's just like two things on the side and they carry it.
Yeah, and they're carrying it,
Okay,
and then it's got a
that's
little
not so
like
bad.
cork on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
stretcher.
Yeah, it's like a stretch. Yeah, it's a stretcher with a
Yeah,
keg in the
with
middle
a
of it.
keg in the middle of it. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because you could have two people walking and then one person just, and then they walk and that's just makes the scent border. All right.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so nothing to fix it.
No.
worries.
I'm trying to drag a 2-person rig by my, or I'm trying to pick up a 2-person.
No,
rig
it's
by
you
myself.
and it's you and Ellie that are doing it.
Yeah, I'm
she's
helping.
helping me.
Yeah.
Never mind. I guess
Yeah.
I just can't get my hand on
So
it.
no,
Just
you are.
holding it. I'm
You
like,
guys.
How do
You
I?
guys, you, I think are so. Chester, you put on a great face.
Great.
a-
Thank you.
in front of the
tried.
town, right? You are so you cannot disappoint everyone in
Mhm.
town. I feel like we didn't see it on screen, but like your mom and dad are also there waving as you guys go by, right? They gave you a new jar of honey,
Thank God.
and you guys are and you guys are heading out of town, and like you don't want to show that this is so fucking heavy, and so the time you get out of town, right? By the time you guys get out of town, you're like. And like you just end up dropping the crate
Yeah.
and you drop it down into a ravine.
Oh, like I drop it and then it
Like
lets
it
go of
drops
and
and it just
slides.
and it starts sliding down into this like nasty thicket.
Oh no.
man.
I just sort of stand there and watch it roll.
You didn't
down
see
the
it
hill.
break. It just you saw it slide down into this thing.
Yeah, I watch
What do you
it.
do?
I watch it slide down. I'm just like,
A ravine is not blood. A ravine.
I thought it
No,
was
it's just like
blood.
it's just down a hill, and like I imagine underneath this hill, there's just a bunch. It's like a thicket of thorns and stuff like that, and bramble.
What did I hear then? Okay, I thought I heard blood.
th-
I was like, what? All right,
Oh.
yeah. All right,
No.
ravine. Got it.
well, this
well then,
certainly puts a damper on things.
Right.
Could I use? I put on my gardening gloves and I asked Chester if I could use his blanket as protection against the thorns as I would go to try to retrieve the casket. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Be very careful using the bee blanket. I don't want the thorns to sting you. Huh? Sorry. Just trying my humor. Here you go.
I smile a bit, like I didn't hate that joke.
I didn't hate it. Awesome,
So yeah, I take it and I wrap it around myself and like sort of pull it over my head to try to keep as much of myself covered as I go down to try to get to the casket keg thing.
Sure. As you make your
Casket.
way down,
Cask it.
perhaps because you have the cloak covering you, we don't see it, but the audience, Huey, Chester, the comic book, we see slithering up behind you is a snake, and we hear this
Through the
as you enter a snake's nest,
Oh shit!
and you
nerd.
hear that and you freeze. What do you guys do?
Is there a chance that I could have heard it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
You
all
guys,
heard it.
you see it like below, like sneaking up on.
Oh, if I see
the
it below,
blanketed-
I am jumping off the
Yeah.
ravine, sword going down. I'm gonna fucking. I hate snakes. Snakes are the worst.
Down smash it.
Yeah,
Okay.
snakes
Then,
are my mortal enemy.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's before we jump into a conflict, let's do a fighter test between you and the snake real quick.
Okay.
And that will determine whether or not the conflict is a fight conflict or give you guys the option of having something else based
Okay.
on what's going on right now. right.
Fight test.
Cool.
Huh?
This could either right. So is your aim to kill the snake?
Oh yeah,
Like
I'm,
drop down and kill the snake?
I'm head off. Like you know, breaking its spine. I'm doing what I can. Like I'm piercing it like a fucking Link doing a downwards thrust. You know, like
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, down smash.
down smash. All right, so my fighter is 6, so I'm going to. Can I can't impose a wise, right? I can only.
You can after you roll. Why does this help you after?
Because I have weapon wise and snake wise.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just use that. That's fine. Brave.
By the way, this is a garter snake, so it's black and yellow.
Oh my God.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. It's not venomous.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to use brave to give me 1 extra point.
It will
Yeah,
bite
that makes
you.
sense, and you don't really have to describe like that makes sense. Jumping off, doing a downward link move on the snake seems pretty good.
Yeah. And I think that's all I can. You can only do 1 trade at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Here we go. What's the ob?
It's a versus test, so I'm rolling my stuff right now.
Okay, so I'll just put 1.
Well, I got a 2.
A 2.
Not
Oh,
great.
Okay.
Not great, Snake. Not great.
What ob did the GM give? Okay.
It should just put a 0 in it. That's fine. Well, you got
wait,
a 1.
hang on, no, wait. Why am I only rolling? I think I rolled that wrong.
You did. You only rolled 2 dice.
That's weird. Hang on. What obby? Oh, I put 6 in the first one. I see. Hang on, yeah.
Oh.
Fight. Okay. That
Sorry.
makes sense.
Yeah. Fighter.
6.
Snack test.
So what are you testing as fighter? This is also by typing in the name of the skill, scrolling through, you can make sure you get the right checks.
Yeah.
Cool.
What? I think that's wrong too, because
You can put the ob as 2, or you could just make it 0, or 1, and just because it's the
Fine.
versus test. It's based on my success.
what's the skill or ability rating? 6. Any traits? Yes, 1. Ob is 2. Okay, there we go. It works now.
Cool. So you got 3. So you beat it.
Wow, I got 3 1s in that roll.
Yeah. Cool. You slash into the snake, right?
Yeah.
It hisses and wants to strike back at you guys. You spot coming down this ravine. You see us
Is there any way that
in
I
the
can
corner
use...
in the corner of your eye, you see a little crevice, and you can definitely see, like, trying to be obfuscated by some of the brambles are some snake eggs. It's a mom.
Okay. Well,
All right, so we're gonna fight conflict it.
yeah. My intent here is to break those fucking eggs.
Well, I mean, you're not fighting the eggs right now. You're fighting a huge ass fucking
I
snake.
know, but afterwards. No egg of a snake
Okay.
is going to live.
Cool. So then, let me bring you guys over to the conflict screen, which I did. The Pokemon music plays. We see the spiral go down. And all right, so let's do a fighter test. It's a fighting animal conflict, which means we have to calculate determine what our teams are, determine what our goal is, determine what the type of conflict it is based on all that stuff,
Yeah.
and then figure out our disposition, and then start doing the lineups of the attacks and everything.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Okay.
to do all the writing though, because we can't.
Yeah,
change
I
it
gotcha.
anyways.
I have no problem doing all that.
So
Just what I want to know from you guys is your goal to kill snakes?
oh yeah, my goal is to kill a snake, but
Well, it has to be what the group says. It is.
So the
I
group,
just don't want to be eaten.
yeah, my goal is to not get eaten by the snake.
I mean, well, our goal should be to retrieve the scent barrel, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true. Yeah, as a collective group, is get the barrel. Yeah.
Fighting off the snake and protecting the barrel is a good combination goal.
Yeah.
Combo breaker.
Cool. So what did that early fight test do exactly?
So the fight test would have been bad, as in it could have like cornered you, and it could have been a more desperate conflict, like a kill conflict. But because you guys have the upper edge on it right now, I'm letting you dictate the terms of the conflict.
Roger that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just jumping into a conflict, that fictionally positioned yourselves into some type of fight conflict, and I'm letting you dictate the terms rather than them being dictated by the fiction at this point, right? Because you guys won that.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So here's the next part of the game. We're going to calculate our disposition. This is a fighter test. This does not mark for advancement of any kind. This is just to calculate your group's disposition. People can help you.
Okay.
This is this could either be done with fighter or hunter.
Okay. So I've got tired still, and that'd give me a -1, right?
Yes, and I think everyone else is no longer hungry or thirsty either. So it's just going to be that -1 to whatever the total is.
Okay. So
So
if 3 of us were tired, it'd be -3 regardless of who makes the roll.
no, it would be just -1.
Okay. So whoever makes
conditions
the,
only account once. Yeah, but if you were hungry, angry, and tired, or hungry, tired, and sick,
Like if
they
it-
all would count.
Okay, so if I was tired, if someone was sick and someone else was hungry, then it would be 3. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, makes sense.
But what if
Yeah.
I'm hangry?
Because you're, yeah, yeah.
There's only
So,
one.
like, conditions in a conflict like this, conditions. You look at the conditions based on the group. if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like totaling the number of conditions across the group, and each unique condition the group has affects certain things. So this is a fighter test.
That's a good question.
Everyone can help with it.
Why does Huey hate snakes? I think Huey hates snakes because they probably were like the biggest problem in the war. They were like a rogue element in the battlefield against the weasels.
They're
I guess.
opportunists.
You know, like whenever like, you know, we were like retreating from weasels, which it seems like that's how the war went for the most part. Snakes took an opportunity to attack. They were always like, you know, it couldn't get any worse than this. Then a snake comes up. You know, that's sort of like how that always works.
You get back to the encampment, and there's a snake. The snake is already have devoured half of your platoon.
You know, he's lying
like,
fat with the bodies of all my fellow brethren.
At least it's not raining, and it
Dude,
starts
like-
raining snakes.
Exactly.
I want to play, dude. You could play. You could totally play Mouse Guard Survival Horror with a huge ass fucking snake chasing you guys, like Predator, like literally Predator, a Predator.
Yeah.
Its sight is
cool.
based on movement and heat. Cover yourselves in mud.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then it's just gonna taste the mud.
So
So Huey's just having flashbacks right now.
wow. It only got 2.
No, that's me.
That's
Oh,
its
yeah, no.
disposition, right?
That's my snake's disposition.
Oh fuck. Okay. Cool.
You make a fighter test. People can help you once again, and then you're whatever that total number is. Remember, this is just like any other test, except it doesn't count for advancement of the skill because this is an ob 0 test. The only thing you need to know is that whatever the result of this test is, you're adding that to your health value. You're not rolling your health dice. You're just adding that raw number.
All right. So mine is 6.
Yeah.
And what are you guys helping with?
I don't have fighter or hunter.
Okay.
Is that the only and nature, right?
No, I think
Don't-
it's just hunter.
Can we?
No, I can't help.
Okay, I'm gonna have to teach you guys how to do.
And I
some
can't help
fighting.
with brave, can I?
I mean, do you have any like wises that could help?
Apart from Legend of the Guardwise.
Okay, so it's just 6 then. Well, I'll make it a 5 because I can. Oh, I mean, I can't use brave here, right?
What if I-
You can use a brave for this roll,
Okay.
just like any other roll. But it means that you can't. Do you have brave level 2?
I do. Yes.
Okay, so then you can use brave twice in one session. So you could use it for this, and then you could use it again in the conflict.
I've already used. I used brave in the last test though, so.
That's true.
I'll save that. Oh, can I use guard's honor here?
I don't think it's a question of can you. It's a question of could you.
Could
can
I?
you like
Yeah.
convince me that it's worth?
Well, I mean, you know, the fact that my hatred of snakes comes from the war, and you know.
Yeah. So you
that
say,
it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah,
honorable
yeah,
to
yeah,
kill
yeah.
all snakes in my eyes.
yeah, but
you know,
what do
like-
you? What? Okay, so paint me this picture then, Henley. What does
Yeah.
this look like? What do you do? Like, what's your catchphrase when it's snakes, right? Like, you know, what do you like? What is it about? You know, what does this look like that reminds everybody about your time with the guard and the snakes? It doesn't have to be like this reminds me of the time with the guard as you're like falling down, killing. Like,
Yeah.
no, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, what
But
is this?
maybe as I fall down and I stab it, and then I jump back, and it jumps back as well, and I sling the blood off of my sword, and I just like, I'm gonna wipe every single fucking snake off the face of this planet. You know, like
Perfect, right? Perfect, right?
Yeah, like
Cool, right? Yeah, and I'm yeah,
on the
well done.
yeah, and I'm just like on the blood of my fallen comrades, you will die tonight.
Yeah,
You
thank
know,
you. Yeah,
stuff
no,
like
that's
that,
good. Exactly, you got it. That's what I'm looking for. That's
Okay.
when you want to invoke a trait. Be like, start with that, and be like, by the way, does that count for this trait? Something like that. That's perfect. That's good.
Okay.
Cool.
And then ask questions later. Yeah.
Yeah, totally do that.
So
Yeah.
okay. So that-
Gun for things, and then ask me, does that justify it?
yeah.
But that obviously requires remembering, like, okay, so at any given role, I can add a trait, I can add a skill, I can add help, I can tap my nature. Right?
Okay, so
Remembering those things, just getting everything organized in your brain, and then letting the fiction flow is a big part of Mouse Guard that we're still learning. So don't sweat it. You guys are
Okay,
good.
so
I
guards
love
only
playing
gives
with
me a
guys.
1, but because I have a -1, it puts it to 0, so I'm not going to put anything in there. So we're rolling at 6.
Why are you? Wait, dude. Why are you taking a -1?
Because I'm
No,
hungry.
No, you're tired.
Tired.
That's at the end of everything. That doesn't affect your die roll. That affects the result.
Okay, but it literally says -1 disposition for all conflicts.
Yeah, but it's a -1 disposition, as in your total, not the die roll. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So whatever we get, it's just like, okay, make it less than that. Yeah, I get you.
Exactly. It doesn't affect the total result. It reflects the outcome, right? Not the die result, but the total.
Roger that.
Yeah. Do you have a sword name?
Oof. The sword name is Mercy.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. I'm gonna use a fate, and I'm going to use my
Warwise.
law. I'm going to use Snakewise here.
To reroll one failure or all of them?
All of them.
Then that's a persona.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
no, I'll happily use the persona. I got 3 of them, so.
Okay.
So
That's a good idea because that's a really, really bad roll.
Yes, it is. It's it would put us at 0 disposition, and we would just lose straight away.
Same thing. I rolled 6 dice and got 2 successes, and you rolled 7 dice and got 1.
Oh wait, so
great.
66 then. Yeah.
It's one of the big things about this game is like you can
so
still feel
that's
strong, but then
3 successes.
it doesn't work out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So your
So
total goes
4.
up to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 plus your health stat.
Which is 3, so that puts us
So
at
7.
7 -1, which puts us at 6.
Yep. 6 out of 6.
Cool.
Great. Okay. So you are the team captain of this.
Oh, cool.
Let me put down my stuff. Okay. Let me choose my attacks and stuff. And
So
then you can
am I
go.
supposed to
Okay?
be marking every time I fail or pass with a wise? Or use a persona?
Yeah. You are supposed to. That was Warwise, right?
That was Snake
So mark that you spent Snakewise. Mark that you use Snakewise with use a persona on it.
Okay. Do you remember what I used for Nightwise and Weaponwise? Because I've used both of them.
We can look at it later, dude. Don't worry about it right now.
Cool.
Let's not trouble our heads with that. Let's focus on what's going on right now at this moment.
So who wants to go first? Who wants to put the... I think I should maybe go first and attack. I think. Since I'm in the middle of that, unless you guys wanted to have something else.
Yeah, I feel like you would attack faster than we would react.
Well, I
It
mean...
makes narrative sense.
The other thing is too, like, if we pass a... does it really have 8 out of 8?
Yeah, it has 8.
Okay.
Do we remember the how the different attacks work, the rock paper scissors stuff?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
There's also
I just checking.
a thing there too. So maybe what about a maneuver?
I have that in the flowchart to help.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth putting a maneuver up first and then see if we can get an extra bonus die on the attack again? Or?
Yeah, it would. I mean, in combat sense, yes, but I don't think narrative sense it would make sense because I feel like you're quick to react. You know.
Okay.
You've seen the snake and you're leaping in before you can be like, guys, what do we do?
Yeah. No,
You know?
but that leap already happened. Like
right?
you the leap, you slash
Okay.
at it, it's
And
coiled and
now
ready
it's
to
the
go
combat.
again, and
Okay.
now it's combat.
Okay,
Because
so yeah.
you guys aren't backing away from it, you are going for it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the combat. So there's an initial roll to start, and then there's this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The initial yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, my cards are down. I can't change what they are. They are what they are. So now it's your turn to figure out the order and attacks and stuff like that, or the order of operations, what each person's going to do. Huey, as the conflict captain, has final say over stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So-
who wants? What are you thinking? Like, my first thought was a distraction maneuver or something like that. See if you can draw its attention.
I could do that.
The other thing is too, like, you can enrage it by attacking the eggs.
Yeah, I was
As well.
thinking
Could also-
I
That
could
would be
sling at it.
That'd be a good maneuver, right?
Yeah, I was thinking I could sling at it with my sling.
Like
At
the
the
eggs? Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
a bad idea. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that might be a good one.
You know what's
Do we all
what's-
remember what our weapons do, by the way? Is that something we know?
I don't know
That's-
what the other stats of the polearm is, or the halberd. I remember it gives me a +1 in attack.
It's
but
an it's actually so yeah. We were giving you the halberd. It's Wait a second. I think that's actually a little bit old for a halberd, but that's fine. You're good.
Okay. I don't know what else it does aside from +1 attack, but yeah.
I mean, you haven't done anything with it other than attack, so I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay. All right, well, what are my options?
I mean, you can always do attack, maneuver, stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just because your weapon gives you a bonus doesn't mean you can't use it for other things.
Mm-hmm.
Halberd gives you +1 die to attack, +1 die to defend, -1 die to feint, -1 die for maneuver.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems good.
So I guess a maneuver first with a sling.
What are the different cards? There's maneuver, defend, and
Feint.
Attack and feint.
Yeah. So feint is like a distraction or whatever. So
A feint is a surprise attack. Mechanically, it means if I would ever put down defend and you put down feint, your feint triggers automatically and I don't get to do anything. You just do damage to me.
yeah. So but if we attack and they feint.
Likewise,
Yeah.
yeah. If you attack and I feint, I do nothing and you do it. Basically, my cheese strategy breaks, right?
yeah. All
Just with
so,
StarCraft, I rushed Dark Templars and you built a Sentry.
Great.
Right, something like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That makes right.
So but defend is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defending, what defending does is mechanically restores your disposition, so there's no point in doing defend as your first action.
Yeah. It just gives us health back, I guess. So.
Yeah.
So we're doing a maneuver first, right?
Yep.
Sling maneuver.
Cool.
Cool.
That's
So
Ellie.
then
Yeah.
Ellie goes there, and then
What would you like to do,
What's next?
Chester?
I don't know. I could do a maneuver if I wanted.
Yeah, I mean the other thing,
Yeah.
you have a shield, right? And a shield
shield,
helps
yeah.
for defending. Is that correct?
yes,
So maybe defend last and attack second. What do you think? Because if we lose disposition in this attack or whatever, then
Yeah, I'm
we'll
trying to
gain
think
it at
what
the
I
end
would
of the
do to
turn.
Attack. That's the thing too.
You want to do an attack?
No, I feel I'm like trying to think of what I would do to attack if I was.
You
to
could
attack.
jump
'Cause I
jump
probably
from the
wouldn't-
top as well and just feint a surprise attack like I did.
To be
so.
honest, I don't think Chester would at all. I mean, this is the scariest thing that he's probably ever will see is a fucking snake. This is like equivalent to a dragon, if not a hawk would be a dragon. So it's like, I don't know if he.
Well, let's think of it like this. I mean, like how much are you inspired from seeing your childhood love? You know.
Yeah, true.
Like how much, like maybe you heard the stories about. I mean, you heard them whispering about like you can't marry a mouse guard because whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you
And-
prove your manliness or
gonna-
something. I don't
and
know.
this entire predicament is your fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. What time of day is it?
What does that change? Oh, it's early. It's like dusk, right? You guys left very early in the morning.
You mean
dusk.
dawn?
Dawn.
Dawn. Fuck.
All right, so
Yeah.
maybe the
It's
sun-
very
maybe the
early.
sun-
dusk.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, guys.
Maybe I
it's
see.
dawn.
Maybe I see that the sun is starting to shine, and I'm going to use the back of my shield to reflect the sunlight that is peeking over the ridge to try to blind it. Can I do a feint? Can I use
Yeah.
feint with, and because my character's thing is he's not gonna hurt anything. I'll never wish to kill a creature again. So it's his instinct. So he's not doesn't want to harm anything, but he will, of course, maneuver and feint. So I will use the back of my shield to reflect the new peering daylight to blind this creature and use a feint.
Sure.
That sounds
Cool.
good.
So
Second place, I guess, would be a feint, and yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Can we flip these actually? Because we know what they are. So
yeah,
yeah.
you can do that. Am I putting down the cards for you guys? I thought you were gonna handle
Oh,
that.
I don't know how do I do it. Oh, draw a card, choose a card.
yeah.
Yeah, choose, and then just grab the card that you want and put it
Yep.
down.
Bam, there it is. And then I do one of these, flippity flip. That's not me. That is me.
Yeah. All right, and then I'll just
Cool.
just do an
Oh,
attack.
you're gonna grab attack, I assume. Yep. All right, let's flip. So I did feint. So feint first maneuver is independent.
Okay, so that's
So
you both roll.
both
then?
of these
Yeah.
both of these happen. No, both of these happen independently of one another. So this isn't a versus test. This is you. Ellie gets to maneuver, and the snake gets to do damage to you.
Okay.
So, okay.
So they both succeed.
Yeah, we both
Yeah,
succeed at what we want. Okay.
Cool.
So let's roll and see how much we do.
Okay.
Remember, every success above 1 for maneuver for you, you can buy from that little item list of 1 dice. 1 is an impediment for 1 die, 2 is a 2 dice advantage for your next turn, or 3 is to disarm the creature with one of their things.
Okay, so
I guess
get,
you could say it's a snake attack.
Damn.
So it's my base for this because I don't have fighter. What do I use? For my
This is
sling
maneuver. Maneuver is either lore mouse or nature. It's within your nature, so you don't have to worry about it being tapped or anything like that.
Okay. So I'll use my nature for that.
Yeah.
And can I use any traits for this or anything?
Yep, you can. People can help you as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to
Right,
use
this is just like any
Brave
other
for
roll.
this. I'm going to use Brave for this.
Nice. If you're using
Okay.
Brave, I'll definitely help.
What's your maneuver? Sorry.
You try to you shoot and rustle up at the eggs.
Yeah, the eggs, right?
Yeah.
and that snake is having fucking none of it, and immediately like lashes out and maneuvers to get itself to between its eggs and you.
Yeah.
It's bleeding and like angry.
Okay. And I'm getting help?
Yep. I'll help with, attack.
Okay.
I do zero damage.
Wow,
to you
you
guys.
rolled 6 die as well. That's crazy.
That would have been just how in one turn I could have killed you all
Yeah,
in
yeah.
one turn.
Very true.
I got a
Wow.
3
Holy
here.
shit.
That's good. That's super
You got
good.
3
So-
successes.
So
Yeah.
I
that-
listed them and I listed what you can do with that in a
You can
in the
disarm
conflict
them,
helper.
Yeah,
or
I'm
you can
gonna
give
use,
a 1d and a negative 1d to the next thing and a plus 2d.
Yeah, I'm going to do the -1 and the +2.
So like a 3 die swing essentially.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep. I do attack.
So
Which-
feign and an attack is
So that's actually I just go, but I have a -1 die to it.
and you have a plus 2 die to your attack, Chester. So
No, Chester doesn't do anything this turn.
why
So
not?
he played a feint against an attack,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
and that's bad.
Okay.
This is
No
the
test, yeah. Attack action reduce your disposition by the margin of success. Go ahead, sweet, great.
Yeah. So that's the problem with feints. So what does this look like? So you try to get in position with the sun, but it's like the sun.
No.
Oh man.
Well, you said the
Waiting for
eggs are in
sun
like
to
a
come
little...
over the ridge, and it's not coming over the ridge.
It's not fast enough because it moved to defend
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
It would have been right if it didn't want if
If it didn't move.
If
yeah.
Ellie didn't make it move with the maneuver, it would have been you would have had enough time. But now it doesn't happen.
In my
And
mind,
you're
I was
like,
just-
no.
It completely moved. Yeah.
In my
Yeah,
mind,
and
you just
so-
said Ellie didn't make it move. Ellie made it move with her mind, and I was like, "What, the sun?" I was like, "Oh, no, it's not the sun."
Yeah.
Silly.
So I'm only rolling 5 dice though this time.
You're attacking me?
Okay.
2 successes. Yep. So your disposition goes down to 4 out of 6,
Okay.
Adorable.
and then the last
Mine,
one goes.
Chester's or his.
No, just a disposition.
No,
as a group.
it's the group. You have a group hit points, which is like your group's morale.
Word.
So this is a versus now. because he's
Torchbearer
defending.
breaks out disposition to different people in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. This mouse guard keeps it simple.
So this is a versus
Well,
then.
This is the versus now.
Okay, so I get the plus 2.
No, nope. All of the maneuver stuff happened and was wasted on the feint. That didn't work.
Right. Okay. Sucks.
Yeah, feint's really hard to do, but
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So
At least
I'm
we
gonna
got
do
that
attack.
-1.
Yeah.
Have a reason to use my shield next time.
Mm-hmm.
so people can once again people can help you with fighter,
Mhm.
right? If they had it.
Also hunter as well.
Yeah, or hunter.
So who's helping?
No, not fighter or hunter. Wait, So you're choosing to roll fighter.
Yeah, it's fighter and hunter.
So, yeah.
That can help. So
Yeah. So when it's your turn and you are playing an attack, you have the choice of either of attacking and rolling a fighter's test or a hunter test.
okay.
And so you're choosing fighter, and
Of
now
course.
people can help you with whatever relevant fighter skills there are.
Okay.
You can see that from the handout
Okay.
if you need to. But I think it's fighter and
It's fighter
maybe
and
it is
hunter.
hunter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Okay, sorry.
anyone have fighter or hunter? Nope. Okay.
Your poor tender paws, man.
I'm just like.
They gotta- you need to teach them fighter.
Yeah, I do.
You need to teach them fighter.
That's your job, man.
This is perfect though. We have to literally spend this time training them up to learn how to fight
Yeah.
while you're like taking on these hits for them.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to.
Kids, try not to fall off the slide. I gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to use Brave here. So my second issue.
Second use of Brave.
Yeah. Because we need to kill this snake.
Yeah.
And so that's all my Brave used. Okay. I think that's all I can do. I've got.
You can tap your persona.
My persona. Okay. And what does that do?
Right. If you tap your persona, you add your nature to this roll as extra dice.
You know what? This is probably the only time that I would actually revert back to like
This is
sort of-
this is like your barbarian rage.
Yeah. I fucking really hate snakes, so I'll do that, and I'll add
Sure.
3 to that. So this is within nature, is it?
No, this is not within your nature.
Great, perfect. I'm good with that.
So this would reduce it
cool.
by 1 at the end of it.
Okay, so
Assuming-
it's not
or
like it
more.
reduces.
It could do it more.
It doesn't reduce before I roll. It reduces after.
No, after. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 6 plus 4. That's perfect. I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
10 dice is pretty good, dude. All right, I got 5.
Oh fucking balls!
Somehow I could defend like a friggin' champion when I don't have to,
Uh-huh.
but my attacks I do 0 and 2. So, well, nice. I
Fucking
got
all
7.
those 6s. Oh my god! I'm spending a fate.
You got
I'm gonna.
yeah,
I'm gonna
you got
roll.
4 6s,
I'm
dude.
gonna roll those again. Okay, so I'll remove a fate.
So you're doing 2 damage to me no matter what, and now you're rolling your fate and you're adding much
4
and everything else that every other additional success you get right now is going to be adding an extra damage you're doing.
Okay, I see. Yep.
Okay, so that's 3
4,
successes.
4,
and
6, and then you got a 2.
1d6.
We rolled that 6, right? Because the 6 explodes.
Yep.
All right, so that's an extra 4
so-
successes. So
So you did a net over me of
6.
2 plus 4 is 6.
yeah.
Cool. Good
Crushed
good
him.
fight. Crushed me.
I
Cool.
mean, how many failures do I get? Can I like if I explode dice and I have a failure and I reroll a
You're-
persona at the end?
Yeah.
Does it include the failures of the exploded dice?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Interesting.
It includes all failures.
So
when dice explode, those are just dice kind of added to your pool.
So here's the thing, guys. If I was to use my final persona and maybe like use my weapon wise here, because I've already used my snake wise, I could re-roll an extra 4 die and see if I can get 2 more successes and kill this thing. So
Spend your last persona for it.
yeah, I think I might do that. I
Sure.
mean, I have a lot of die there, so okay.
Yeah.
So I have 0 fate and 0 persona now.
That's fine. You are heroed out. This is what your character does,
Yeah.
right? Like you're a fighter.
All right.
Just hope you don't fight any weasels or something on the scent border.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd rather spend it all on fighting snakes, because I fucking hate them.
Sure.
Snakes. Why did that happen?
Okay. I've already. So if I spent a wise already,
That's 6
Okay.
explodes, remember? Because you
Okay.
spent that fate, so it keeps going.
okay.
So on
down.
this test, you have spent a fate for luck. You've spent 2 personas, 1 on a wise and 1 for your nature.
Yeah.
So like you have literally like you're using everything to your advantage here.
Ah, no. No.
So it has 1. It still has 1, and we continue.
The luck.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, so I like the idea that I see it like maybe it
you
goes
know.
for Ellie after she throws a few stones at the nest of the thing. Maybe you crack like an egg or 2. I don't know. Like, But the idea being that I sort of like see it going for you, and I jump in front and just start swinging mad. Like normally it's sort of like if you've ever seen Huey fight, like which you have, his sword fighting is very like you know, like very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like it's not wild, it's very structured, or very like it's like a martial art, you know, like he has a style. He doesn't break out of the style of his attacks, but when he's fighting the snake, he just goes fucking buck wild, and it's basically just like swinging this big piece of iron around. It's like very not Huey. So what happens with my nature? What do I do there?
Your nature score gets reduced by 1. So,
but
your
I get an
what?
advancement.
Is it 3 out of no? Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You do not get an advancement for your nature because that's not a nature test.
Okay.
Your nature rating comes 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Got it.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I meant when you can do the prologue and you can recover a point of nature. They could make it heal from 2 out of 3 to 3 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're lucky you made that roll, because if you didn't, you lose your nature based on
successes.
You would Wait. No, you're right. You tax your nature. Yeah, because if you add your nature to it, you would lose equal to the margin of failure. So if you like completely whiffed, you could have taken like 5 points to your nature and just like sunk it. It's real bad.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, man.
But you could learn a lot of skills.
Yeah, I wish I got that last success. Oh my god.
All right.
Now we have to go through all this again. Okay, so so you two have put already down, like Ellie and Chester?
Yep.
Yep.
You're just doing the exact same thing again?
No.
What are we doing?
You can talk about what you want. My cards are down. I can't change what my strategy is.
Mm-hmm. So what are you two doing?
I'm defending.
Defending? Cool.
Yep.
After seeing Huey go ham on that snake, Ellie just gets inspired and tries to attack it as well.
Oh shit. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
Now I get a +1 to defend, right?
Yes, with the sword.
I think I'll continue to attack though.
That's fair.
Just in case, you know, because you're rolling at what? You have to roll nature or something like that, like a blind test. or
No,
something?
you roll fighter.
No, I mean Ellie.
Ellie rolls fighter or hunter.
But she
I don't
doesn't
have
have
either.
He shouldn't have either. So.
So you can either use your nature or learn the skill.
Time to learn. Learn on the job.
Okay, I will try to learn.
Okay. I think you have the whole group. I think has done most with learning skills. I appreciate you that you're doing that. So this is the beginner's luck thing. So you're halving all of the support that you get.
I can't because I have all the skills that I would use.
Yeah. That's what makes you such a good instructor, though.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I've got so many checkpoints in attack now. It's crazy. So, all right. Okay, attack, defend. So what? It's a versus now.
So this is a versus test. Yep. So whoever gets the highest number, the margin of success does whatever they're supposed to.
So if you defend, we don't lose this position.
No, I just enforce my disposition. It
you
goes
just
up.
gain it.
I healed
Okay.
my disposition,
Right.
which is like the snake retreating into its lair. Right?
Gotcha.
It's hurt and it's gonna die if it has to. It's gonna die. And it's,
Well, you definitely have a helper
at its
die
eggs.
from me attacking. So.
Okay. And so
Well, here's something interesting though, real quick. I'm sorry. Because you're learning fighter, I presume,
yeah.
or hunter, you're rolling health. Chester can help because when your beginner's lucking something, you're rolling health, and that means you can help with health. So if you don't know what you're doing, people who also don't know what they're doing can help you continue to not know what you're doing to learn.
Okay. So two.
So you could help with
bonuses.
yeah. So technically Chester could help you if he wants.
So it's half my health base.
It's half the total number of all the dice you're rolling.
Okay.
So it's
So,
yeah, I find that easier to remember, but yeah.
Okay.
So you got 2 help, you've got your health, I guess, and then you halve that. Your health is what,
Okay.
6?
Yeah. So
Ooh.
that's 4 total.
Oh, the youngsters have so much
Yeah,
vitality.
should-
so spry.
Yeah,
And I
so
should just
spry.
leave Ob blank.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a versus test.
Yeah.
Or 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, damn it. I thought that was Eric's. Oh, no.
Boy, that's a lot of 6s.
That's a lot of
All right.
sixes.
Well, I don't do anything
Duh.
to you, but I will regain 3 hit points.
So what does that
Yeah.
mean in terms of like learning the skill? That's a failure, yeah?
Yeah, that's a failure. Don't worry about marking off checks yet. We'll talk about marking off checks after our conflict when we're all done.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just make the only thing we have to worry about in a conflict is making sure we're dinging our nature where appropriate.
Okay.
And you can spend a fate to reroll that 6, but it's probably not worth it.
You've got more failures in there, though.
Yeah.
You got
Cool.
2 failures, but I don't know if
All
that... I mean, like, if you roll 2... Okay, whatever.
I have
it's
4
fine.
fate.
Yeah. Oh, you have 4 fate?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's only 1 6, so I don't know. Against his 4 6s, so I don't...
Yeah. I mean, we're 4 of 4.
I should probably just
so-
leave it.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
fine. Plus, we have a chance to defend and feint is what?
I go again. I screw Chester again.
Yep. You fainted my defense. You knew it.
I'm so sorry, Chester. You haven't done anything this game.
So that's an
It
attack?
just happens if you do that stuff. It's
Yeah.
why attacking and maneuvering is so good. But yeah, so the snake, coiled. You think it's hurt, so perhaps you you think it's hurt enough to approach it, but it strikes with enough vigor and force as before, and we'll see how much it does.
Don't do 4. Hey,
2.
all right. Okay. That's bad, but...
That could have easily knocked you out this fight, but my luck with dice are terrible.
I don't know. You've had pretty good luck so far. Okay,
And
so,
now we do attack versus attack, Huey.
so we
This
both
is an
take
independent
damage?
test. We both are going to take damage, my friend. There's a good chance we're both going to lose this conflict. So that's fun.
All right. So 6, and I don't have any more traits to burn. Unless I use bold, which I don't think counts. I don't think bold is important here.
You could,
I could.
if it helps.
I mean,
I can also tell you, I will let you know that we're after this conflict, it's the player's turn. So
Okay. So maybe
Checks.
I sort of like, yeah, I see this opportunity of like, it's in a weakened state, we're in a weakened state, and I just maybe I stalk up to it slowly with my sword dragging on the ground. I was like, this is where you perish. I will make sure of this. And
okay.
I'm going in.
And so we have that scene of you fighting with your sword, and we have the snake coming from the other side.
Yeah.
And we make our rolls, my friend.
Okay. What do we find? Yeah.
People can help you, right?
Anyone help?
Well, no, they can't because they don't fight her.
Yeah. 1 from my thingy. What is my ob? Oh, there's no ob, but
Ob is 1 because we are doing it against each other. 5.
no. I need 4.
You need 4.
Come on, game.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So it survives with 1 out of 8, which means it has defended its nest.
And we don't get the barrel back.
You don't get the barrel.
Oh no.
So
Hello.
you get okay. I think it's fair to say since I won the conflict, but we earned a major concession. But the snake did win and defend its nest. I think in the conflict the barrel is smashed. I think that's a pretty fair thing to say.
What does it smell like?
Yeah, but then if it's smashed, then
It's smashed and it starts just leaking the
stinking snake is like,
yeah.
snake's like, ah, and then leaves, or like what?
No, I just think that. Let's see. So this should kind of feel like a loss for the snake as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's defended, so.
Well, you've destroyed 7 eggs, so.
Yeah, I think you were able to kill some of the eggs, but I think there's at least one that's left. I think that's
Yeah.
also fair. And the snake's still there, jealously defending it. As far as conditions go, Huey, you're injured for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ellie and Chester should get tired and hungry, and tired and hungry, both of them.
Maybe I'm also angry. I don't know.
Yeah, you should be angry as well because the snake got the best of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And
injured.
it has driven you guys away.
I feel like I should be injured as well.
You do?
Yeah, because I went to attack it, or I went to like talk to it, and then it lashed out and
Okay.
attacked me during that
Yeah.
faint.
Then get rid of tired and put injured. All right. So you're not hungry and tired.
I'm gonna
You're
get rid of
hungry and
I'm
injured.
gonna get rid of hungry and thirsty, and I'm still tired because I mean I fought. And
Oh
I
yeah,
just
you're
stopped.
you're also tired. I'm sorry, you're also tired anyways
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the barrel.
Yeah.
So
I'd be
this is
tired
a
and injured.
disastrous
Yeah.
turn of events.
So I'm tired, hungry, and thirsty. And injured?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yep, you're
Alright,
tired, hungry, and thirsty, and injured.
Beautiful.
It's cold out. You guys are bloody and battered. You've lost the barrel. The snake is still there.
Oh wait, what did my
And it's the
heavy
player's turn.
armor do? Did it do anything?
Oh, dude, yeah, the heavy armor should be reducing the amount of damage you take by 1 each turn. For every attack, it should be reducing the amount of damage
You mean
when
only
it's your
against,
turn.
only against me?
Yeah. But for that circumstance, it wouldn't matter because you beat it. You beat it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did the attack versus defend, that was a versus test, and you trounced it,
Mhm.
followed by you just did an attack versus attack, and I still that 1 extra health wouldn't have mattered. So technically, it didn't change the outcome of the game. But yeah, you guys got wrecked. You just lost the conflict.
Wrecked.
You're lucky the snake didn't call to kill one of you because that could have been on the line. But instead, you guys are beaten back,
Okay.
tail between your legs, and it's the player's turn.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? I imagine you guys are going back to Spruce Tuck. You guys to recuperate before doing something, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
You can spend your check to go fight that snake again. That's on the table.
I don't want.
But then that probably would be playing for keeps.
Would we?
Yeah.
Would we? So how would that work exactly? Like, if we were to fight something again, like, did we just re-roll disposition from the very beginning? Like,
Yeah, but you would with all those conditions on it. But given the time and stuff, that might just be a versus test, and then I mean, I would be willing to do a just an all-in-one roll. If you win, you kill the snake. If you lose, one of you dies. I'd be willing to do that with a single roll because you guys are injured, and like that's just to the death. Otherwise, I'd be totally down to do a fight through the whole thing.
so the thing is,
But you probably want to recover.
yeah, Huey is pretty fucking angry, but at the same time, he's old and wizened enough to know that, tender paws aren't made out
What
of...
example are you setting?
Exactly, like tender paws aren't, they're not made out of, like...
And also, you don't have the reinforcements you thought you
I
did.
think, yeah.
Yeah, like
Frankly-
like, this is put in my mind that these guys need more drilling than
Are not ready.
than fighting actual
Yeah.
things. Like I can't rely on my tender paws. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much what's come up. Like, you know, in the moment when
Yeah.
I need help attacking a snake, they're either up on a
They-
ridge
they-
trying to
yeah.
shine light in its eyes, or like just, you know, not competent
Yeah.
enough to do that. So
And I think that's the reason why this wasn't to the death for this. It's like you have these people here, and yeah, so like you're leaving and you now see that your tender paws aren't up to snuff, and it has been you and these fighting conflicts doing it, and you can't do it all. Tender paws, you two have seen your mentor get smashed on your behalf. Not to say you don't have your own cuts and bruises and stuff too,
Yeah.
but you probably feel like, I'm not, you tell me how you feel, but that should be, you should feel bad, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But let me know.
Can I use healer to tend to the wounds of Huey and Chester?
One or the other, because that's what your check lets you spend one test, so that can recover one person or the other.
Okay, she would like offer, and
Um,
it would defer to Huey to choose.
So let's do this. Let's go to the character screen, and I have to update everyone's conditions now. So in angry, tired, and injured, the way things get, Huey, hungry, thirsty, tired. You're no longer hungry, thirsty. You're angry, tired, and injured.
I'm angry.
Ellie, you are
angry,
hungry,
tired.
thirsty,
I'm tired.
We have cards.
tired. Yes, you can also totally grab cards and put them in your hand to remind you of how to remove stuff.
Where do I put them? Where's my hand?
Hungry. Chester is hungry, thirsty, and injured, and tired, and injured. This is bad.
Okay, so
So
what
you have to
is-
recover in order of recovery. So hungry and thirsty must be dealt with first. And you only have 3 checks.
So
No. Before we go any further, let's
Yeah.
do skills you learned from the test. How I told you we had to wait to the end.
okay.
So-
I was marking mine as it went along. So
You can only conflicts are special in how you learn checks. You can only learn not for every single skill. So you tested fighter twice, Henley. You only mark one attempt. You learn one skill per test per conflict.
Okay.
So if you did, for example, a maneuver with your nature and an attack with your fighter, then you mark those tests individually.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure. That makes sense.
Let me give you the scenario this way. The conflict went 3 rounds. You did fighter, nature, and fighter. At the end of the conflict, you mark a test for fighter and a test for nature.
Was it a
So
positive?
let's complicate that even more. Fighter, so you did fighter, nature, fighter, right? 3 rounds, you did those 3 skills. You succeeded at one fighter, failed at the other fighter, and succeeded at your nature. You can mark your success for your nature. Then you can have the choice of either marking success or failure with that fighter.
So what do I need to go to level 7 for fighter?
I'm not even sure you can. I think it's maxed at 6. If you can go to 7, it's 6 successes and 5 failures.
That's the max it says here. So I mean for the checkboxes. I mean so
Yeah, it's 6 successes and 5 failures.
to go to 7, and then 7 is the max that you can get to.
Probably. That would make sense because that'd be the most insanely badass person.
Okay. Well, I'll mark a failure because I feel like I'll learn more from this failure than
Yeah,
I
that makes
would
sense.
from the successes. So, all right.
Sure. Does that make sense, everybody? Is anyone confused by that? What I
That
said?
makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So conflicts can give you a chance to rapidly advance, but you have to like diversify. You have
Yeah.
to spread it out. Okay.
Okay.
Or if you're really gunning for a particular success or failure.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been
Cool.
marking down like the times used for my traits. By the way, is that wrong? 'Cause there's a box
No.
for it,
Are
so-
you? There's a box for. Yeah, you should be marking when you use it for success or when you use it for used for. Yeah. So if you use it for this session. Oh, that's weird. Brave doesn't give you another box for used for after
That's
it's
what I'm
level
saying.
2.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I just
But,
when I
alright,
get to,
yeah.
when I get to 2 uses, I just mark it. So
Okay.
that's what. I've
Oh,
been
okay.
doing,
That
so.
makes sense. Okay, great, cool. Yep. And then used against is where you mark those checks. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, times used is good. Keep using that stuff because that helps later on. All right, guys. Awesome. So let's do some. So I think we want to recover, or do you guys want to learn, or like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna spend your time now?
So you've got 2 checks, right?
No.
Ellie.
No.
If she doesn't,
Everyone only has 1 check as far as I know.
didn't you like use a negative trait against the frogs or something, or did you choose not to do that?
I don't think she chose to do that.
I used hard worker to help with that.
Yeah.
Okay, to help. Okay. So what are the order in which we have to recover?
So it goes, they're listed out on the cards themselves, but I've also listed them out in the order of recovery
So I
left
need
to
to
right
deal with
above everybody's characters.
Anger
Yes. Yeah.
first.
And in order to recover from that, you can look at the card. It's an ob2 will test. And you
Will.
also describe what you're doing. What do you do to get rid of your anger? Is it drink? Is it meditate? Is it like literally pick a fight? Is it like, is there, what do you do to
Okay.
calm down?
So, okay, I want to ask you guys something. Are you guys at all interested in learning fighting skills?
I'm interested in learning hunter in general.
I am not interested.
Interesting. And if I was to say, because of my anger, if I wanted to recover that, force you guys, or do some drills with you guys, how would you feel about that?
I could do the drills. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
will I?
This doesn't
Yeah.
give you a test or anything like
No,
that.
that's
but
what I'm
if-
saying.
if-
But if
yeah.
they wanted to say use that drill as a way to learn fighter,
I could learn fighter. I mean, I probably won't use it.
but you'd have to use your check to do it, right? So in this particular instance,
So you can't combine both of those things into one
that's
thing.
what,
Those
that's
are
what
two
I'm saying.
different actions.
But they can use their check to learn fighter, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
they would affect technically, mechanically in that situation. They would donate their
donate the
check
check
to
me.
you
Yeah.
to do an instructor's test.
Okay. So yeah,
And I can't really do anything to get my goal done, I'm guessing, right now. After that. Because
yeah, my goal.
Yeah,
is, my
you
goal
well,
is
you've
also-
already. I don't know what your goal is again.
to get the jellyweed seeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Seems kind of really risky because they're like past the scent border and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys are in not good shape, but it's
Yeah.
possible.
I can probably do that next session though.
So okay, if we don't have this, if we don't have the scent barrel, Eric,
Mhm.
can we complete the goal of repairing?
Not
the
without
scent?
another scent barrel.
So they did, but you said that they had some there, right? Or did they not have enough?
They don't have enough.
They don't have any made. They have to make some.
Could we
Interesting.
soak the blanket in the scent?
We'd have to go back down there though.
It wouldn't.
and
Yeah, it wouldn't
be
really.
enough, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
Maybe that's
Well,
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's wasted.
I think the
Yeah.
first thing that we need to do.
You would have to apologize to Ingrid and see if they can whip up a quick batch.
Yeah. So I don't know, Chester, if that's something you wanted to use your check for, but otherwise I'm happy to use my check for that.
Who's the one who has to go? Yeah, cry to.
It would be
Ingrid.
me. I would take the brunt of that, unless Chester, you felt like you wanted to do that. That's the only thing I would say.
To go ask for another one.
Or have another opportunity to talk to her. I don't know if that's something that you're interested in, because it's your NPC friend, right? So
Yeah. But
That's
it's
fine.
also the fact is I was the one who dropped it.
Yeah,
So-
right. That's a big deal.
So it's would you be you have to go talk to them about this because you fucked up, or is it?
well,
Yeah, I guess I'll do
this
it.
would- yeah.
I don't want to go talk.
So
to them.
I-
I want her to think that everything went fine.
okay.
This
We dropped
you
it.
got we
This was your mistake, Chester. Your group nearly died,
Yeah.
and you can't complete your mission.
So the other way that I look at this, right, is it's a failure. It's a failure on myself as your instructor that you were.
Yeah.
That this happened. So if I was to go back, I would say that a snake attacked us, and I wouldn't put anyone under fire for this because I feel it is on.
Well, let's not
me.
talk about it. Let's role play it if you want.
Well,
right?
that's
Let's do
why
this if
I'm
you want.
asking whether if Myth wanted to do it because he had a particular reason for doing it. Otherwise, I can do it. It's not a big deal. All right. Well,
I didn't have a particular reason.
okay.
What type of person? Yeah.
Then I would go do it.
How would Chester feel if his mentor fights his battles for him? Right? Like think about that. Those types of things.
Or maybe that might change his instincts.
Yeah.
Like later on, like
Or his
so.
or his belief.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, maybe we crawl out of there and, everyone's sort of licking their wounds a little bit. I sort of stand up and, wounds still wet, I guess, with blood. I just kind of I'm going to go get another barrel. And I start making my way back into the...
Oh my God, that's so good. You're like dragging your sword. Like you can't even like carry it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like, do you guys? So you kind of don't really say anything to each other after that fight.
Yeah.
It's just like that, like awkward. Like you're
It's that awkward.
like, I'm sorry, this happened. They're sorry that they let you down. It's just a bad situation. Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
What happens.
And so you.
But first,
I assume
the first thing
you're-
that I do is I go to the blacksmith and I buy a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be a resources test.
Wait, hang on. So
probably-
if I do a resources test with my check, is that
Yeah.
going to make it so that I can't get a barrel?
Yeah, I think so. I can tell you we're going to start next session right on the dovetails of this, like coattails of this, right? Like we're going to go right from this scenario, only it's going to be from the GM turn perspective and then to the player turn again.
I think I'd rather use my resources now to purchase an additional barrel from them.
Sure.
That
makes sense.
I feel like I'd go there and I'd be like, oh, we'll just role play. That's fine. We'll get there.
So this is an Ob 3 resources test to get a wheelbarrow.
No, not a wheelbarrow. This is me going to the center people first.
Oh, okay, cool. Also, this Spruce Tuck is your hometown, Chester. Everything that's resources costs for you are 1- because people like you.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. What is the resources for a tender pool, by the way?
It's like 1.
Is it? Okay.
You guys' resources are really bad, but it's really easy to level up if you use it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So
That's the advantage, because if it's getting a skill from 1 to 2, literally just requires a success.
So yeah, I'll get the wheelbarrow
okay.
because I get that -1 resource.
Yeah,
How
it's
much
your
is it?
hometown.
Yeah.
It's an Ob 2 resources test.
So what do you like catch up to
Henley-
Huey as he's like making his way back?
Huey, Henley, yeah, they can all help. Yeah,
Yeah. You're making your way back. I mean, we're all going back. I mean, I figure.
yeah.
That was my resource.
It's an ability, so it'd be near your nature in circles.
Yeah, it's up the top
I
there.
have 1.
Mhm.
Okay, great. But I have 2.
No, it's a -1. So whatever the obstacle is would go down.
Oh, you know what?
The obstacle.
Your resource might be 2 because didn't you help with the inn last session?
Yeah.
So it might have leveled up to 2, right?
Sure. I'll take it.
So like you see how resources under special abilities has pass fails as well. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So that might be a thing. But yeah, resources helps resources, so people can help as well.
Is using the honey counted as resources? I guess it would be, right?
Oh, you want to try to trade?
No,
The
I
honey?
mean like he used the honey last time to
No, 'cause
to
we-
get the
because
duck
they
off.
paid
him.
us. They paid us in resource.
Yeah. You remember you tossed a giant bag of money to the innkeeper?
Yeah.
No, that was me that did that.
That was.
Oh,
I did that.
then that's sorry. Yeah, then that's a test for you, Henry.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already
Sorry.
got a pass on this. So.
Yeah. In order to get a higher resources skill, you must buy shit.
That's ridiculous. All right, so I have. Yeah, but you said everything's -1.
Yeah,
For
so
you.
that would be the obstacle.
Not your skill. The obstacle is 1-.
Okay, so what's the skill here for this 2?
This is this is an Ob2 resources test to buy a wheelbarrow.
So
if
you
you're
have
the one doing the
yeah,
test.
resource 1. I can help with resource.
Yep. So that's resources
Great,
of
so
2.
I'll help. All right.
Ellie can help as well
Okay.
Okay.
I guess.
if they want. You don't have to.
Resource. Submit. What is my skill? 1. Anyone helping? 2?
2 helps.
Both helping?
Yeah. You
I'll
can use a
help, yeah.
trait. Yeah, you can use a trait if you have one that helps.
Oh boy. I can re-roll that one.
You can use the persona and reroll 2 of them.
Oh, and he fails. I thought it had to be once. Okay. I'll do that. I'll use a persona, and I will re-roll 2 of them. Is that one of them? That's one of them. This is 2 of them.
All
So
right,
that's
that's
success.
2
That's one
successes.
Success.
Right.
So you just got it. Oh man, I was getting ready to tax it to 0 as you spend all of your money on it, and they feel sympathetic for you. Okay, well, it's just to add insult to injury. Okay, no, you get it. All right. So you scrape up all the cash, and you hand it over to him. I think this guy's name is Berkeley. He's the smith of Spruce Tuck, and Chesty. Oh, you okay? He looks at you.
Yeah, we like this tank barrels are really heavy.
All right.
Really, really heavy. I mean, like I dropped it heavy.
Oh, yeah, those barrels can. Okay, well, we're always we're always here to help the guard. So, listen, I'll get you a wheelbarrow real quick. Just hang tight.
All right,
Hang
thank you.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, and he takes you over.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, you get a wheelbarrow.
And I wheel it out, and I go, got the wheelbarrow.
Yes. Your resources improves from 1 to 2.
Nice.
The wheelbarrow is lined with a thin layer of gold.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Look at that.
Cool.
So, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So if I were to want to heal someone else, do I have to wait till they remove like tired and hungry and thirsty and stuff, or can I just use my check to use healer to remove their injury?
Oh, that's a really good point, because I think healer has something about that. It's actually, I think, listed in the card. Sorry, don't remember exactly because it's been a while since someone was super injured. Injuries are difficult to deal with. You can make an Ob4 health test to overcome the pain. If the test is successful, the penalty is removed. The condition is elevated. If the health test fails, the character. That doesn't say that. I have to look at healer.
Until I found because I have healer of 4.
Wow, you have a heal of 4?
Yeah.
That's crazy good. It's better than mine.
Yeah, you can treat the injured or the sick condition.
By
Okay.
using your check, though. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So injured is an Ob3 test for healer.
Okay.
So that makes sense. You can bypass the other ones and directly treat that with the healer test.
Yeah.
So who are you going to help? Are you helping Chester or Huey?
If you try and help me, I'm just like, no, help the other one first.
Help the
Well,
youngling.
Yeah. But Huey hasn't used his check yet, right?
No, I'm going to.
No.
So he could use his check to have me heal him too.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and get another barrel instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I'll try to heal Chester. So I have 4. Do I have anything that can help? Could I use generous?
I have healer, so I can use that as well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, make it a little extra tighter. just to
Yeah.
put the
You can
fear
help
of
with
God
healer.
of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're the yeah.
Isn't it too tight? I can't feel my hand. It's like, that's
I don't
good.
know. I can't feel my fingers.
Okay, so can I use my
Yeah.
generous trait for this? 'Cause
Um,
healing is inherently generous.
Show me how. Yeah, show me how you're being generous.
I would probably be using
Maybe
like
have like a
herbs from
handkerchief
my-
or something like that. That you
well, I
like?
have my medicinal herbs bag, so I would be using like herbs that like my parents
Oh,
specifically
dude.
packed for me.
Yeah,
in
no,
my herbs
you
bag.
totally do. You should give yourself supplies.
Yeah.
You have a poultice.
Is
Yeah. Okay.
that good for
that gets
healing?
used up for this, but yeah, you have a healing poultice. That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I would say that your healing bag left over has a sickness poultice in it too. Like it has one of each, has a sickness and an injury, and you're using the injury one.
Okay.
So that's just something to keep in mind. Whenever you have a free player check, you could spend it on healing to make a poultice to give you supplies for another test in the future.
Okay.
Using checks to give you supplies for an additional test in the future is not a bad way to spend extra checks. But you guys need checks real bad because you're hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I hope you see the value of player checks.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Ob is 3, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
that's pretty good. You got
Mark,
3 sixes.
yeah, mark a success. It's yours.
Nice.
You are healed, Chester.
Nice.
You are no longer injured. You're just hungry and thirsty and tired.
Nice. Thank you.
Not bad.
So what do I need to do to learn a new skill in general?
You must do a skill a number of times equal to your current nature.
Okay.
Wait, really? That's all it takes
Mhm.
to learn a new
Yep.
skill?
Yeah.
And I tapped my
This-
nature for a maneuver. Does that reduce my nature by 1?
No, because
Okay.
hold on.
It was a fight
Defend-
one.
Yeah, no, lore mouse or nature was within your nature. Oh wait, you tapped your nature? You spent a persona?
I did spend a persona at one point, yeah.
Yeah, then it gets reduced by 1.
Okay.
Let's
So if
take
you have a
look.
number of attempts and your nature gets reduced, you automatically learn those skills
Okay.
that are sitting there.
I guess I learned lore mouse.
Nice. You learn lore mouse at 2 now. It comes in at 2.
Oh, cool. And do I just like uncheck my passes?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And now you can start marking it like any other test.
Okay.
What do I need
Nicely
to
done.
level up instructor? 2 for 3.
What level is it?
2 to 3. Yeah.
You need 2 successes and 1 failure.
Okay, so I need to fail one time with instructor.
Didn't you already fail it? Oh no, you marked it as
No.
a success.
I'm not as
Yeah.
a success because I spent all my
Yep.
like fates and personas
Okay.
on it. So.
Yeah. So
Um,
you can try doing that now instead of trying to go for the barrel, or we can do that now.
I also have a pass and a fail for Hunter because of this past combat and the one before it, I think.
What is it to go? Yeah, so 2 and 3, you need 2 passes and 1 failure, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
To level up a skill, you need a number of successes equal to the current number, and then a number of failures equal to the current number minus 1.
Yeah, but I didn't have any in Hunter before.
So then that's just attempts. Attempts equal to your current nature.
Okay, but I have... Okay, so I get Hunter at
Yep.
2 then. Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, see, you reduced your nature enough to get those skills up. Good job.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Nice.
All right,
All right, so we have 1
Learn
check
something
left.
new every day.
I'm gonna go get this extra barrel, so we can start off. On the
Yeah,
right foot
you
next
are.
time.
And this is really cool that this is happening.
So yeah, I
Ingrid is there.
Yeah, I like the idea that the morning sun is coming through the door as I open it, and there's just a silhouette of this mouse, and they like put their hands over their eyes to see who it is, and I walk in, and I'm like all scratched and bloody, and I'm just like, it would appear that we need another barrel.
Yeah, and
that sounds so
Ingrid
cool.
rushes to your aid.
Which one's
oh my
Ingrid?
god, what happened?
Is Ingrid the friend?
Jelly wheat.
Okay.
Yeah, the friend.
It's like,
Yeah. Tending, she immediately starts looking your wounds. Oh, they look so bad.
it's fine. It's fine. Nothing I haven't felt before, but I would rather you put together another barrel. Time is of the essence. We were attacked on the road by a snake who crushed the barrel, and there's nothing we could do about that. And unfortunately,
my God.
we had to retreat, but it is what it is.
She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so terrifying. We don't have another barrel ready, but
I like pull out
I
a
whipped-
bag
I whipped something-
of money, and I'm just like, I know you did the last one for the mouse guard, and now I'm paying you personally as a failure
she
because of our failure. Yeah.
she puts her hand on the bag and pushes it back to you,
Okay.
and she says, "Marry me."
I'm sorry.
When you come back, I will do this for you. But take me away from here. Let's settle down.
I just sort of like, maybe I start like laughing nervously. I was like, this old Grafer has nothing to offer you. I can guarantee that. I like, if you want to come with us, you're more than welcome. But it won't be as my wife. I only
She shakes
have...
her head. She shakes her head and says, "Then we can't help you with the scent border.
I just sort
I'm
of...
afraid we're fresh out."
I sort of like...
You could persuade her to do something else, right?
Okay. Shit. Eric, why do you do this? God. Okay. How old is she? Out of curiosity.
She's a little bit older than Chester. She's young and naive.
How old is Chester?
17.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Okay.
She's 18, yeah.
18.
But you're a big, strong mouse. She's everything you could ever want. She's heard stories from you growing up.
He's more than twice her age.
More than twice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, more than twice.
Yeah.
It doesn't... Yeah. This is obviously like a misguided infatuation, but she is demanding it. She's
Okay.
like, take me away from here.
If I fail Persuader...
You're a big, strong hero. Yeah. If you can persuade... So here's what I think is at the table.
Okay.
You could persuade her to let her down easy and get the barrel, but if you fail, you get no barrel unless you marry her.
Okay, so say I attempt.
Then your mission is failed.
Say I attempt, right? And
Yeah.
And it fails, which it probably will because I have 0 points in it.
Yeah.
Is the option still on the table for at the end of that for the marriage to happen?
So if you fail the marriage happening,
The Persuader, I mean.
yeah, if you fail to persuade, it's on the
She'll
table
just
for the marriage.
She'll just invite herself. All right, I get it.
No, she can't force herself to marry you.
I know,
But you just don't. If you fail this persuade, talking, you won't get a barrel
Unless you marry her.
unless you marry her.
God, that's such a fucking shit move. All right. All right. Okay.
If you fail, you do not let her down easy. You do not get the barrel, and she is now an enemy on your sheet.
Oh, I
Tell
can't.
her
I
parents
can't.
on
I
her.
can't make an enemy of the scent border creators. That's
Yeah, that's real
that's
fucking
crazy.
shitty.
That's
This is with the
you're
pressure,
crazy
yeah.
talking.
We just don't patch that hole in the
I highly doubt her parents would be happy with you marrying her.
Oh
though.
yeah, you know her parents are gonna be super mad at this dude. So I'm not telling you have to make this roll yet. If you can think of a way of getting out of this, you totally could. Like you could talk to her parents. You could be like, no dice, and you can leave and tell the group that this is what she's doing. Like, like I'm not forcing you down this hole right now. I'm just saying that is what will happen if we continue. I'm not boxing you into a persuade roll here. If you can think of something that's more in your wheelhouse, if you can think of something that assuages the situation, I don't want to box you in, right? I'm not putting Hen and Lee in the corner.
I sort of look at her and I'm just like, I'll agree to this under certain conditions.
She grabs your hands and looks. Her eyes are like full of sparkles.
I'm just sort of like, a little bit like,
yes.
I was like,
she says, waiting on, for every breath.
Condition number 1. What is the a level above the first level in the Guardsman?
Tender Paw to Guard Mouse.
Okay. You must
get Guard Mouse.
Yeah. I say to her, it's like, I am of the Guard. I will not take a wife that isn't within the Guard itself. You must get your cloak.
Oh my God. If you'll be my mentor.
I will see to it that you won't die. Yes.
Absolutely. I'll do anything for you.
Second, Chester must not know of this.
What? Why? I have no feelings for him.
The boy has feelings for you, though. And I cannot mentor someone who hates me.
Why can't you just tell him?
I will in time. If you get your cloak.
Deal.
Then the deal is struck. I stick out my hand, my paw.
She's already holding him, so she's gonna kiss you. What do you do?
I mean, on the cheek.
No, on the lips, dude. You're getting married. What the fuck? Of course, I'm gonna kiss you on the lips.
I just sort of like,
You're not getting married right this minute.
Okay.
Yeah. You're engaged.
This fucking game. Okay.
This is some soap opera ass shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mouse Guard.
Yeah, I will not like return it, I guess. Like I'll just kind of like let it happen.
Let her kiss. Oh, she's a real bad kisser, dude.
Great. Perfect.
She like licks half your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of chittering.
I'm just like,
she asks, "How was that?" That was her first kiss.
It's like,
how was it?
Oh my God.
Memorable.
All right. She's giddy and begins working on the next batch.
I as she walks up, I'm just like, what the fuck, Huey?
You technically have a check because that didn't cost a check.
Okay.
Technically,
maybe
technically you were able to do that without a check. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's pretty good.
Oh my God.
That's really good. That's
you know what I do? I go outside, and maybe the two of you are like waiting outside, and I'm just like,
yeah,
it's going to take some time. I'm gonna have both of you run drills.
Oh, okay.
So,
if
you can't instruct both of them.
Well, I know
if you teach me Scout, I just need one more pass to level up in Scout.
Okay, but I'm aiming for a failure so I can get Instructor 3.
Oh.
So that's why I'm kind of like, maybe like, I look at both of you. I'm just like, actually, Chester, this is just for you.
Okay.
Ellie just looks disappointed.
Yeah, and it's like
shuffles off.
Well, I mean, I see that, it's like, I look at you shuffling off. It's like, he has a lot more to learn.
I'm good at learning.
And I start, telling. I say, okay, here is a tree. I want you to bash your shield against this tree for the next 15 minutes.
What is that going to teach me?
It's going to teach you how it feels to get hit with a shield. Your arm will be sore, and you will learn to hold it properly.
Okay.
Obviously, you're not going
I
to
start
learn
banging
anything. Yeah, it's like,
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
All right. So this is an instructor test
Yeah. It's
for
also
fighter, right?
for a failure, yeah. So can I just not roll and fail it?
No, you have to roll.
So
It's a test, dude.
okay. So
It's not like you're gonna pass with his
yeah.
nature level.
is there a way that I could use like a trait
So you roll
negatively
instruct-
here?
You can, but it doesn't give you anything on the player's turn.
Oh, it doesn't give me anything on the player's turn, so
Yeah.
I can't use a player's check to get another check. No.
No.
Okay.
That would be
Not-
some
not on the
meta
player's turn.
bullshit.
Yeah.
You could just stack failures all day.
Yeah, just like, yeah, I do everything. What up, GM? All right. Okay, that's fine. So what am I rolling against? 6.
So, yeah, an ob 6. Instructor is 2.
Instructor.
So
2.
it's doomed to fail, but you got to make sure you roll it.
Well, we'll see. Hey, I got a 1. Nice. Yeah. So maybe you're just
Nailed it.
bashing it against it, and like, I'm standing there just looking at you, and maybe I'm just like, I feel really, really guilty. Like I feel like super guilty about like agreeing to marry your like childhood love, and I'm just like, you know what, just stop it. You're not. I'm tired, and then I turn away and I just start walking away.
Awesome. And that's our last check. Instructor has been raised to 3.
Cha-ching. Yeah, nice.
Nice
You
work.
will learn eventually, Chester.
Oh,
I will.
wait. Oh my God, Henley, dude,
What's
you
up?
nerd. Isn't your nature 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
You already haven't. You learned instructor. It leveled up.
Wait, does that?
Wait, no. Wait, no. You're right. I'm wrong. Oh my God, my brain.
I didn't
sorry.
have any failures,
You're right.
so
Ignore me. My brain's dumb. You were
Yeah.
right. You had to do that. I'm stupid. That's good.
So good.
Okay. Cool. Let's do some experience. I don't imagine we earned a whole lot. That got sidetracked in a big way.
Yeah.
Things fell apart.
God
Landmark
damn it.
novel by the mouse Chinua Achebe. Is the name of this episode.
What was it called?
That's a book. Things Fall Apart. Famous novel by
Okay.
Chinua Achebe.
I'll call it
Oh,
that.
it's a
then.
good book.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just like making that joke a lot. Yeah, so let's do some experience. So the first thing we want to do is look at our beliefs and see if we play towards our beliefs. If you can look to a role or a specific experience where you feel like you embodied your belief, earn fate points, and then tell us what it was.
Can you get more than one for doing a
No.
belief more than once? Okay.
I did not
Nope.
play against my belief.
What's your belief again?
I'll become the mouse my parents want to see, the mouse of bravery and integrity, the one that will not flee. A guard mouse always gets the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, that last part is true, just not for you, right?
Yeah, right.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I'd be willing to do this. I would be willing to share a time if you want to do a mini scene here, because I know you really got screwed out a lot today, Myth, and I'm sorry about that.
No, it's
How
fine.
how the dice fell.
I think it's
so-
good at all.
At this point of the game, right? When so many things went wrong for you. Are you still clinging on to that belief? Because at the end of this session, there's a thing called mold breaker, where if you realize your belief's not true, and you play that out in like a scene, you can earn persona instead of fate points for your belief, because you realize this belief is not true, and you're not. This isn't what it is, and stuff like
Maybe you
I'm not saying
saw
do
the-
that at all, because you definitely were to earn fate for your belief. Like you tried all these tricks, they just failed horribly.
Can I?
It's just the result of those tricks might have changed that, and I wanted to know that's an avenue in the game. I'm not saying do it.
Maybe can I offer one? Maybe you like eavesdropped on the conversation I had with the what was her name? Sorry,
Ingrid.
Ingrid.
You don't even know your wife's name? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, Jesus. I'll put it in my bio. God.
Yeah, you have a wife, man. Well, you're engaged, fiance, fiance.
Yeah, you're gonna have a trophy wife.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, did you really take an 18-year-old as your wife?" And I'll be like,
Yeah, dude.
Maybe.
We needed that. Look, man, you weren't there. We needed that scent border.
Yeah. Maybe I'll grow to love her. We'll see. I'm old. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're gonna. Okay. Boy, I'm gonna tell you this is gonna be a big thing next session.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Become the mouse. I guys want to see. I will never become the mouse my parents want to see. A mouse of bravery, blah blah blah. That's still true. And I think a guard mouse always gets the girl is still applies.
I don't know. I mean, like this little scene can kind
maybe
of
it
change
does.
any of that, right? So
Maybe it's you have time. They're not married yet. Maybe there's something you can do
I also don't know.
if you want to be that person, which is like a really weird person. But this is also a really weird situation. So
Yeah.
Maybe this affects your instinct.
yeah.
well, so
Sure.
like
So okay, so we're not doing the mold breaker.
The scene yet though.
Yeah, that's fine. So we're not doing mold breaker. So you're in fate for your belief there. What about
what I'm trying to think of like storyline. We're doing 5. It's a 5-episode season, or a 6. What is this? Do we have
what?
no, we don't have any end goal
Okay.
in mind.
All right.
So.
All right. So yeah. So not yet.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I don't think I want to have this scene yet.
Sure. No problem. So earn
Does
yourself
anyone
fate.
object to this marriage? I do.
I do. Yeah.
Then you fight your mentor, the one who teaches you how to fight.
And I'll be like, Anakin, I have the high
at
ground.
Yes, you do, and I'm not gonna go up the high ground.
The high ground both ways.
Jesus.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Let's. Henley, did you play your belief? Did Huey hit his belief?
Yes, I shall not hesitate in life or combat. Which I
Yeah.
could say for two things there. I did not hesitate to agree to a deal to get the scent border barrel.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I, you know, link downward thrusted a snake.
Yeah.
And as they should be treated the same thing. I feel like I did that. So, is that a fate?
Totally. Yep. Fate point for you. And Ellie, what about Lithium? Do you think you did?
Actually say no, even though she did do some goodness with the frogs and stuff. In her belief is if I cannot perform my duties no matter the circumstances, then I fail all of society and myself.
Well, I mean, we did break the barrel, so there's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
Exactly.
you did act in accordance to your belief at the first part of the session, right?
Yeah.
So you would totally earn fate for that.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
So it's
these
not-
things are. Yeah,
So it's not like
She's just really disappointed right now. in
yeah,
herself.
yeah. And you could make something like a goal next session, being like prove this thing, right, or something. You know, make it about your character. Make it a part of your instinct, being like, I will always step forward to put the guard's name in good standing.
I know what my goal is
Okay.
going to be next
No, you
week.
can now. This is how characters evolve and change. When you realize you're not hitting your beliefs, you must do things to change that. Right? You either change your belief because you realize it's not what it's going on, or you change your instincts or your goals and you play towards these things, because that's how you get those points. It's how you get those things that let you in the moment go Super Saiyan. Right? If just real quick, does it feel good when you're like, oh man, so I didn't make it yet. Can I use my fate? Can I reroll those 6s? Does it feel good that you have options to like expand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like,
Does that feel nice? I love that feeling. I love that being like, me as a character can do something to contribute here
Yeah.
instead of just rolling this one thing.
Yeah.
You're like, no, but I'm special. I can do this. And like hero moves. So cool. All right. So those are beliefs. Instincts. Did our instincts come into play? Let's go through and say if they did, go ahead and earn yourself fate points.
Okay.
I didn't kill any creatures.
It's true.
That's true. Fate point.
These tender paws are still green. I'll continue to teach and guide them. I skirted by at the last second, so
Yeah, you're trying. Fate point.
trying.
Good job.
I mean, it was a very selfish fate point, but you know, it still works.
Yo, fate points don't discriminate. Ellie?
Work to ensure
What do you
society
think?
truly serves mouse kind.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. It's weird.
So, could you read yours
because, like,
again?
I would have you.
Because I mean, like, if society is serving mouse kind, right? The mouse guard come into a town, they ask for things to serve mouse kind, and people give them. I mean, you did see that when we got the wheelbarrow, just to, you know, got a discount, and the scent people made it for us, and and to your understanding, they're making it for us again without any cost. So, like,
the only way that I can think of that working is at the beginning when she was trying to like talk the leader of the mouse guard into like figuring out some way to help. What town was it again?
Barkstone?
Barkstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came up. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That counts. Fate point.
Okay. Okay, then.
Cool. You have a lot of fate.
Yeah. If only I could
Cool.
trade those in for checks.
Yeah. Cool. And then Chester's instinct was
Just,
creature.
yeah,
Creature. And Henley, your instinct was what was Huey's?
teaching. Which I
Oh
got.
yeah. Okay, cool. So then we've done that. Now goals. Did anyone work towards their goal?
I did not.
Those that go beyond the scent wall will return safely. I'll make sure of that. I don't think that's.
You didn't even get to the
I
scent
didn't
border.
Get to the scent border, so. But we almost made it there, so is it? You know, fucking get
I will check up Chester. Check up on your family. Show them that you're the son. Meet
my
Ingrid.
family, show them they have someone wanted. Meet Ingrid. Find Morris.
Find Morris.
Apply
Yeah.
border safely. Didn't do it.
Okay, so you got partial, so you got fate for it, working towards it. And poor Allie didn't get anything for going past the border.
Yeah, I didn't get anything either. So.
Cool. Now the persona awards at the end of the session. First one is MVP, the person who did the most badass role to help save the day. This is put forward by the group.
I don't think there was too many heroic MVP moments.
There may not be an MVP this session.
I healed. Yay.
I think I was gonna put Ellie for the lore mouse test for the frogs.
That too.
Frogs. Yeah, that was good.
So Ellie MVP.
Yes.
Lothium.
Elysium. Yes.
Elio. Wait, is it Eliethium? I have it. Eliuthium.
It's Elysium. Yeah.
Elysium. Oh, it's
Elysium.
Eleuthium. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
You sort of
It's really
pronounce
hard.
the vowels sort
Elysium.
of really
Together.
quickly.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like
Eleuthium.
Yeah.
Eleuthium.
Yeah.
I'll get it right.
Elysium.
Cool. Eleuthium.
That's
All right. Say it fast.
Pretty much.
Blur through it. Cool. So the next one up is team worker, the person who helped the most, the person who was coming in there to support whenever possible. This cannot be the person who had MVP.
So not me.
Not me. I didn't support.
I feel like during
you
the
did.
attacking stuff, like I feel like if we were to just be like the helper, I'm going to put forward myself mostly because the other two didn't have
Yeah,
any
definitely.
I made the mistake by dropping the crate. He helped by attacking, and he also helped by going and talking to what's her face. So I feel
well,
yeah.
I mean, I was talking mostly about like
Yeah.
when someone else tries to make a roll,
Yeah.
I can help out
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most. Like,
Yeah.
And he did help with the heal.
Yes, I did.
Yep, I'd say Henley.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
What's that?
That makes sense. I mean, your character is pretty poised for that, considering you're the mentor and older mouse, so that kind of can help.
I guess so.
Right. That makes sense.
Is that a persona?
Cool. Yeah, it's a persona.
Great.
Then the last thing to do is embodiment. This is the person who roleplayed their character up the most. Is the person who, if they had conditions, they probably roleplayed up their conditions. But just overall, the person who made us laugh the most, the person who like just really got into the spirit of their character.
Okay.
I would say Henley for this one too.
I would say so, only because of I got to personify my hatred of snakes a lot in this episode.
Yeah, and you also had the hard decision of marry me. You're like, oh, what?
I mean, ultimately, if we put it in perspective of like what Huey was thinking, it's not a hard decision, right? Take a young wife and continue to do mouse guard stuff. That's not a hard decision. But like the only I mean, I guess the difficulty came from, will it affect me being an instructor for Chester with his knowledge of that? So, but
yeah, cool.
Okay, so I'll take another persona for that. Cool. All right, so
awesome. And that's the session, guys.
Cool. I mean,
Nice.
that was pretty cool. I'm starting to like this more and more. I like how it's sort of like, and then that's the whole game, right? Like,
Yeah.
and depending on how far you go with that, checks are really fucking annoying to get though. Like,
No, they're not. All you have to do is play a trait negatively.
so
Earn it.
So
Don't be afraid of failure.
I mean, we failed a lot today. With the
Now that you are dead.
yeah, with the trait specifically, there's a used against, and there's 6 check boxes there. So if we fill out 6 of them, what do they do?
You earn 6 trait checks for the player's turn.
And technically, I didn't fail
Yeah.
at all.
So
That's how it works.
if we use a trait, right, and we use it negatively, does it count as a trait being used?
If you use a trait for yourself,
Yeah, like if we use it in a roll, right? Say I'm attacking
Yeah.
someone and I say,
yeah, that counts being used, and you can only do that once per session if it's a level 1 trait.
okay, I get that, but if we use it negatively, does it still count?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can use a trait negatively as many times as you want.
Okay, so it does. So it doesn't, like when we say an attack roll and I have 2
Yeah.
brave, it doesn't count towards one of them being used if I use it negatively.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't count as being used.
I'd see. That's what I was.
Yeah.
I was thinking that you had to make a
Oh.
choice there, so that's why I did.
Oh, no. You can use it any number of times poorly. So, yeah, like using brave for yourself or against yourself in a conflict is pretty easy.
But the
Right.
only stipulation here is you can't use it negatively on the player's turn. You have to use it during the GM's turn.
Yeah, because you don't get it. Well, you don't get any benefit by doing it negatively in the player's turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Unless it's
now.
in accordance to like a belief or something, you feel like it makes sense. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's the trick. So hopefully you see that the way the game works is some person is putting forward this test. You're trying to help them and get them as much dice as they can, and then it feels comfortable subtracting one of them.
So
right,
if I
with the
was to
trait.
say use a trait negatively on someone else's turn on a check, is that count?
No,
No? It
No,
only
you can't
counts
do
on
that.
your own? Okay.
traits only affect the person who's making the die roll.
Got it. Roger. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
let's-
the game is very small. It's this very focused, tight knit. We go from like scene to scene to scene, close, end of comic book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's designed that way.
Yeah. Looks like he's having a whale of a time. I am, DP. I am, man. I really am.
Yeah, DP. If you just got here, that's because he had to make the decision to marry someone today. This is a long day.
Underage. Yeah.
Right.
So let's do some shout outs. Myth, let's start off with you, brother.
Sure. Hello, I'm Mythomatic. I am a voice actor and role player here on Twitch. I stream 5 days a week. Come check me out if you want. And that's it.
Cool.
Tomorrow I'm doing MMO Monday.
MMO Monday. What have you got on the MMO?
I think I'm doing ESO tomorrow. I was just looking at the I was going to try to get into the new Morrowind early access, but
I
that's
hear
like
they
$100
fucked it
buy
up.
So.
I hear they ruined everyone's fun in that game.
Oh really? Oh good. Well maybe I won't do that. But I'll probably still play it. I do like ESO, so
Yeah.
I'll probably start up a guild or something over there. But
Sweet.
we'll see. But yeah, that's me.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
All the way from the future, we have Kika.
The future.
Hello. I'm Kika. I do voice acting streaming here on Twitch too. I've recently started up doing Final Fantasy IX playthrough where I voice act every single character in the game. I also do some cosplay and some music writing. And I'm getting back into a regular set schedule now because I've blown through a lot of my work for school this term. Enough ahead that I'm comfortable streaming regularly again. So I need to work out a schedule for that. But check me out. You can follow me on Twitter as well to get updates. And yeah.
Nice. And last but definitely not least, we have our GM for the session, Mr. Internet famous Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir? How you doing?
Dude, thank you, Henley. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, Kika, for playing with us. This is a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as I am GMing it. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. I'm a streamer over at twitch.tv/Eric Vulgaris. I do role-playing games primarily, mostly focusing around Mouse Guard and Burning Wheel, and other weird random indie role-playing game shows. So that's what I do.
Nice. Also a giant fuck you for that turn at the end there.
Yeah.
I was like, I have 5 resources. Let me buy this. And you're like, no, marry me. And I'm like, that's not, no, I don't want to.
I can't afford that.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
All right. Well, hey guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already done so, consider following the channel. And if you're feeling real fucking saucy, why not subscribe? Get access to my cock that you can use all over Twitch. You can spam it literally everywhere. It's a fantastic joke. I love it. I love
Do it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
wave
Do
his
it,
cock
guys.
around.
Wave my cock around. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
So news, as mentioned at the start of the show, we do have an upcoming game in the World of Darkness series that we're looking for feedback on. We released a hour-long video describing the 3 systems that we're picking from World of Darkness, and we've put it to a player vote, which you can definitely go check that out. If you want to go see that, go over to the YouTube channel and you can find it there. In terms of what else has we got going on, I have started my full-time streaming schedule here. There is a little road bump that I need to get over, but I suspect that won't be a problem. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow we have Die Party Night City, the final, at 5 p.m. PST on Monday. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, don't fuck with snakes, I guess. Don't fuck with snakes. Good night.